Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 71 of the Ben Podcast. I am your host today, B-Hub, and I'm here with two of my co-hosts. Unfortunately, Isaiah was not able to make it, but we have two of our fantastic co-hosts here today. Would you all like to say what's up to the people?
Hey, B-Hub. Guess where I am? I'm Michael Jordan. I'm now crying Michael Jordan.
No one cares. Hello,
You
What's good? My boy B-Hub. What's good, bro? We got Hayden in the building. Oh, we got some special guests in the building. We're going to be mock drafting today, boys. NFL mock draft, so let's get it.
Yes, sir. And we are here, joined by...
to a green screen, and I am not happy.
I was about to introduce the fucking guest, dude.
I'm sorry, but it just lost a fight to a green screen, but go ahead.
Well, now I'm going to say it. Okay. We're here with two special guests. First, Big Play Slay. First of all,
yes, I'm here. I'm coming off a border from Somalia. What up, y'all?
Somali pirate.
What's up?
Just got off the boat.
Yee.
And we're here with the Jets fan. Clap for him. It is Jonathan.
The depressed Jets fan somewhere.
What's good?
What's good?
He there.
Hi.
Hi. How you
How are you
doing?
doing today, sir?
Oh, I'm doing
Hold on.
absolutely amazing.
Hold on. Hey, yo, Johnny!
Hey, yo, MG! What is up?
To be honest, if I
How you doing?
But, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be mock drafting. Shout out to everyone who joined us. Shout out to everybody who watching. We're going to go from our first round mock draft. We're not going to do a 7-round mock draft because we'll literally be here all day. So,
and I gotta go better than now.
But we're going to do our mock draft, first round, explain our picks briefly. And Hayden has a hot take apparently, so get your seatbelts ready.
Then after, I would.
He's a fucking idiot.
Pointing to Johnny, just so you know.
Nah, I got
way,
hot
this
takes
way,
all
that
over
way.
the place.
Oh, Johnny got some hot takes. All right,
Me and the viewers see otherwise. Big Play Slay.
So how I want to do this?
How
we're gonna do the order?
I'll go first. Because last year I had a hot take for one of my mocks. I had Justin Fields going one. Now, do I got a hot take this year? Maybe. But that's at the end of the episode because round one, we got Aiden Hutchinson going to the Jaguars.
That's a great first pick. But now, can you please not cut off us? We'll appreciate it. Who's going second?
I want Johnny to go second.
You want me to go second? You want me to go second?
I'll go last.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the first overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. The Jacksonville Jaguars select offensive tackle Ikem Ekwonu.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. So I got a question for you. Just a quick question that you can give a quick answer.
Okay.
First off, why do you think they're taking offensive lineman? Second off, why over Evan Neal?
Just because I think overall after the combine, we saw that Ekwonu just is such an athletic player. He really stood out to me overall. I think Evan Neal overall can be the better player and can be most ready, but I think they like that raw talent and they want somebody who they could plug in right now and they could turn into a beast. I really like it.
Would be very nice to protect Trevor Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
Last year he got murdered, and we all know Trevor Lawrence likes to stand in the pocket for a long time. So protecting him a little longer will do great things.
That would help a lot.
Hey, he's Prince Charming. You gotta protect Prince Charming.
He's the Clemson god.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I like that. Big Play Slay. How about you go next? Who's your first overall pick?
I also have the Jaguars taking Ikem Ekwonu, kind of the same reasons that Johnny has it. Seeing Doug Peterson as the Eagles coach and being a fan of this team, I know what he likes in an offensive lineman. He likes those athletic offensive linemen, and as Johnny said, Ekwonu is very raw. He also plays with violence. Like, dude is not scared. He's running at you. He's coming at you with full vengeance. and it feels like he's always giving effort on every play. And I think he's just a little bit better than Neil because of his violence, and I feel like just the
Mm,
talent overall, the
mhm.
potential is more like at a higher ceiling than Neil. Even though I
Okay.
still like Neil as a player, I just think as offensive lineman, the Jags would prefer a Quan Moore, and I don't know. I feel like Doug Peterson would do that.
So you're saying
All right.
violence is the option,
Violence, talent, potential,
but
ceiling,
you're saying violence is
raw.
the option, right?
Yes,
Hayden's
violence is
trying.
They
option.
Hayden's
Good.
trying to say something stupid.
they
Go
chose
ahead.
violence.
Yeah. Johnny
That
said it
that's
before
exactly
me.
where I knew they were
Johnny
gonna go, and I
Johnny
knew
said
one
it
of them
before
would say
me.
it.
Fuck.
But I'm gonna go, and then B Hub can go. For my first overall pick, I'm gonna go with Aiden Hutchinson, and I'm gonna briefly explain because when you look at the Jaguars, they re-signed their offensive tackle Cam Robinson. Now I know they can use another one on the other side, but I think right now when you got the player, in my opinion, with the highest ceiling who could become a big superstar at his position, that is Aiden Hutchinson. He has the highest potential at his position. He has that superstar type of potential. He can beat you off the edge. He's working on his power rush game, and he's become great at that at his third year at Michigan. Just a great player. He uses his hands correctly. And when you look at what Doug Peterson likes, how do we win a Super Bowl off of that front seven? Off of that front seven getting pressure and stopping the run. And big play Slay, as Eagles fans, you know how we said like how we know what Doug Peterson likes. You know, like I said, we won in the playoffs, the year we won the Super Bowl, in that Atlanta game because of defense. When we got that pick six in the Vikings game, it's because we got pressure on the quarterback. So we Eagles, with Doug Peterson, we really started off by getting pressure, and that's what the Jaguars are going to look to do. And they had the Saxonville defense a couple years ago that they blew up, so they're going to try to look to replace that here and get Aiden Hutchinson.
MG,
So, B Hub, you can go.
before you go, I got one issue
Hmm.
with that.
Why?
You call Big Play Slay an Eagles fan when he's a Lions fan.
Oof. But B Hub, who you got first?
Well, I'm not gonna like explain it as much as MG did because he did such a great job that I agree. Like the Jaguars spent a lot of money this offseason. And let's be honest, they didn't spend really any money with the edge rushers. They added a linebacker, and I think they won't take an offensive lineman in one because remember they added Brandon Scherf to the most lucrative contract for an offensive lineman. And I think they'll just go with getting the best player I think that would fit them the most, which is Aiden Hutchinson.
I agree.
I feel that. I feel that. All right, Hayden, start us off with number two, buddy.
Number two, you got the Big Play Slay's team, Detroit Lions.
Fuck you.
Big Play Slay, this guy's your future. Now, they're in a pretty interesting spot, the Lions, because you got Jared Goff still at QB, and you got the pick. Do you go and take a reach and get Malik Willis or Desmond Ritter? Like, who do you go here? But I don't think they do it because they've been in love with someone throughout the NFL season this past season. And that guy they've been in love with is Kayvon Thibodeau. And I think they draft him here. The only thing that I basically do not like from him is his injuries. But the talent he can bring, the ceiling he can bring is so high for Detroit, and that can help their defense, which is lackluster. Now, people may say, why not get a tackle? Why not get a wideout? Don't get me wrong. Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Drake London, all these receivers are good, but I don't view them as number two talents. Kayvon Thibodeau was supposed to go one before Aiden Hutchinson came out of nowhere and just skyrocketed on people's boards. And Detroit loves him. Like Campbell said many times in interviews, they've loved him. Now, the QB aspect, you got to remember, they got a pick 32 where there'll be probably some good QBs left over there because most of the teams have their franchise guy for a little bit. Now, that's why I have Kayvon Thibodeau. John, who do you have at number two?
Well, see, I think it's pretty simple. It's an easy answer. The Jaguars pass on Aiden Hutchinson, so therefore, Detroit naturally is going to jump all over him. Aiden Hutchinson immediately gives you that pass rush you need. He's a building block on that defense. He's exactly the type of player that you want if you're Dan Campbell. I really think he can just drive that defense, and that's what you need. Defense wins championships, you know?
Hometown guy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fans. Fans will support it. Big Play Slay, who do you got?
All right. I have a shocker pick right here. Um, This guy has been rising up draft boards, like literally all just I would say the last month or so.
Is he gonna do it?
Um, and his name is Trayvon Walker.
Okay.
Trayvon
Okay.
Walker to going to the Lions for this specific reason. The thing is with Kayvon Thibodeau, Hayden, the last thing I heard about Kayvon Thibodeau and the Lions is Dan Campbell doesn't like his effort. He wishes, like, he wants to see more effort from Kayvon Thibodeau. Because on some tape, Kayvon Thibodeau showed that, like, he just didn't want to play in a situation. Like, he has a talent and a ceiling. It's just that a coach has to tell him there's always a guy behind you that's trying to take your job. And you have to understand that. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like with a guy like Trayvon Walker, especially with them fitting the Lions scheme, him fitting that scheme, I feel like with his savviness and his athleticness, that might just intrigue Dan Campbell for taking Trayvon Walker, and that's why I'm going to.
Okay.
I respect
At my
that.
number second pick, you know what, man? You know what? And big play. So you brought up a great point, but at number two, I'm still gonna go with Kayvon Thibodeau. I think Kayvon Thibodeau has the world's potential. I mean, this dude is an absolute tank. You look at his body frame. You look at what he can do. He can fit in a lot of different defensive schemes. You just plug him in the edge, he is going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I think you bring up a point that Dan Campbell wants to see him maximize his talent with his effort. I think that's why Dan Campbell's going to draft him. I think Dan Campbell's going to bring him in. He's going to see that talent, and we all know players get you. Dan Campbell can bring the best out of your players. They play for him, no matter what the record says. No matter what, players played for Dan Campbell last season, and I think when Dan Campbell looks at a guy other than Aiden Hutchinson at this position, at the edge rusher position, he has one of the highest ceilings right here. I think he's just gonna go for that, and I think it's time that Kayvon Thibodeau puts all his talent, he stays healthy, and he goes out and does it. And I think it's a reason why Dan Campbell came out and was critical of him is because Dan Campbell actually believes in this guy, and when a coach shows that he believes in the guy before he even drafts him, that means that he wants the opportunity to see this guy succeed, and I think that's what's gonna happen at number two.
And
B Hub, who you got?
I completely agree. Kayvon Thibodeau, he has pretty much the most. Well, him and Trayvon Walker probably have the most upside in the draft. So I think they capitalize on that, and he can definitely bite a kneecap off.
Yes, he can do that.
I like
Kayvon
that.
Thibodeau at number two, and I gotta say that Detroit Lions defense is not that bad.
It's not, and that
Yep.
and I don't have him taking O line because that O line's not bad too. You gotta remember they added Sewell last year, and I want to say this to add to a point of MG. He mentions criticisms too. Sometimes coaches will say they don't like something in a guy just so teams will pass up on him so they can fall to them. Well,
But that's kind of tough to do when they're at pick number two, you know?
I know, but you never know with the Jaguars. They took 20
Hey.
minutes just to draft Trevor Lawrence.
It's the Jaguars. We'll
Yeah.
never know what they're going
I
to do.
know,
All
that's
right.
why I'm saying I don't blame him.
Well, Hayden, since you're on the mic, you might as well just give us your number three right here.
All right. Got another boring pick. Hasn't got the spicy yet. Probably won't get spicy till after the top five. But I got Evan
Okay.
Neal.
Respect.
The guy played great versus the best defense in the nation. Not the best. Second best defense in the nation. My bad versus Georgia.
They have the best
What?
defense, bro. Come on, bro.
No. It's
Don't
the
even do
second
that.
best. My bad. But still, versus a
He's
top
crazy.
two defense, he played great. And he's been having a great season. He gave great protection to Bryce Young this year, and I think this is a great pick for the Houston Texans. Get the guy to protect who you are saying your franchise QB is. So why not protect him? Protect his blind spot. So
Bryce Young is overrated.
Can I
Damn.
ask you a question?
Hey, I don't want to
What's
hear
up?
that. I want to hear
You
that
actually
Bryce Young
serious
slander.
about Wisconsin having a better defense than Georgia?
yes,
He's an idiot. We're just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Well,
Theo
ladies and
Chanel's
gentlemen,
best
I'm not
linebacker
going to
I
give
don't
it.
watch
nation.
I
much
don't
of
even want to
college
debate it.
football, but
I
I
don't
know
even want
that's
to debate it.
false.
It's your
Johnny, you
unbiased
can give your
opinion.
pick.
All
Give your
right,
pick,
so
Johnny.
I'm gonna go with Hayden. Evan Neal as well at 3 to the Texans. You know, he's the most game ready player I think in this draft, debatably. And in my opinion, he fills a giant hole on that offensive line at tackle, and he is going to be a driving force for that offense next year. He is a building block that they need right now. And only going forward, he's only going to get even better. He could be one of the top tackles in the league, I think, at one point. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I like that pick. I honestly like the pick. Big play Slay.
Yes. I have Kayvon Thibodeau going right here. You know, y'all explained it really well. I just think they're missing some explosiveness to that edge and that front line. I think they need some edge explosiveness to that front seven. So I'm gonna go with Kayvon Thibodeau here. And you have a defensive head coach. It just makes sense.
And I like that pick because since they lost J.J. Watt and Jadeveon Clowney, the defense hasn't been the same in the front seven. So, but I'm going to go with a spicy pick here. Y'all might not expect this, but I said this guy is now guaranteed with the hype and the potential. He is guaranteed as a top 5 pick. And with that being said, Lovie Smith at the number 3 overall pick will pick Ahmad Sauce Gardner.
Damn.
You talk about one of the more versatile and complete players on the defensive side of the ball. This is a defensive heavy draft class right here. And if you want a defensive superstar in the secondary, Ahmad Sauce Gardner is your guy. And the reasons being is that this dude can play corner. He can play safety. He goes up. He never allowed a touchdown. When it comes to clamping up in that red zone, you know you're not going to have to worry about his side because in the red zone, he clamps up. Against Jameson Williams, they had to scheme away Jameson Williams away from Hayden or from Ahmad Gardner just for Williams to get a reception on him. And when you look at how people game plan for Gardner, it's not the same as any other secondary piece in this draft. I believe that, you know, a lot of people think Stingley is better. I've been seeing that a lot, and to each their own. But right here, the Texans, they haven't had a lockdown corner since I don't know how long. I mean, Jonathan Joseph was like their greatest corner of all time, probably, and he's like freaking 50 years old now, and he been left. So
hey,
they need a strap down secondary
so.
piece.
Remember, they added Desmond King and Steven Nelson. They have Desmond King.
Even though, but those are two like number 2 corners. They need a lockdown man, and he is the guy.
I respect it.
Who do you have at number 3?
Okay, this might be a little spicy. I don't know. Y'all take this. Y'all did bring up the J.J. Watt stuff, so I think they love taking the hype. So I think they're going to take Travon Walker at number 3. Lovie Smith, defensive head coach. Why not just take the guy with the biggest upside? That's what people look for in the draft, the biggest upside. They don't pick who's the most ready sometimes. They go with the guy that has the bigger upside, and that's Travon Walker, and I think he'll go at number 3. And it just makes sense for the Texans to do. Because I don't think they should take an offensive lineman because, remember, they have Laramie Tunsil.
Yep.
Like, it's not the biggest need, and the biggest need they have is edge rusher, in my opinion.
Okay.
Question: Did Big Play so I go?
I said.
Yeah, he went. Big Hub went too. It's your turn again.
Dude, I feel like I missed him. That's why I asked. Number 5. I mean, number 4. My bad. I just want to skip over the Jets, but you gotta help me out with this pick. I gotta be honest with you.
Oh shit! So listen, I'll tell you right now. I'm gonna take this away right now. This is the best football team in the NFL. They are going to be going to the Super Bowl this year with this pick, all because of this pick right here. Because they are going to go out, all right, and they are going to get a defensive player to pair with Carl Lawson on the defensive line, okay? That's going to create such a pass rush that is going to scare quarterbacks senseless. With the 4th overall pick, the New York Jets are going to select Kayvon Thibodeau.
Johnny, I like how you just interrupted my pick and I have something completely different.
It's my team. It's my pick.
It doesn't matter.
I got Gardner Johnson going there.
This dude said Gardner Johnson.
Sauce Gardner. I don't care. Hey, it is my transition, since that means botchy name season as well.
Oh my god.
So do you have Jermaine Johnson or Sauce Gardner going? Who do you have?
Sauce Gardner.
Okay.
Bro, I didn't
But
know.
Johnny
I didn't
just-
know. Bro, I didn't know C.J. Gardner Johnson was in the draft this year. He's on the team.
I didn't know he was in this one. Yeah.
I thought
Yeah, I
he
thought he
already
was
got
like
drafted.
5 years ago or something.
Yeah, I thought
Johnny,
he already
I'll
got
let
drafted.
you, just because how epic that was, you can do the number 10 pick for me as well and be completely wrong again.
All right.
So you got Ahmad Sauce Gardner
Yep.
going to the Jets.
Yeah.
I like that pick as well. I like it as well.
I think
Because
that,
like, he got,
I want to
Pick
explain it
4?
though.
oh, explain real
Yeah,
quick,
yeah.
and then yeah.
I like this for him adding that great secondary because I know Johnny has Thibodeau going there for them, but we'll talk more edge rusher when we get to 10. But I like this Gardner. He'll be great for that secondary, which was not bad last year. Like, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't good. But that can help him. He will be the next Darrelle Revis for them if they take him.
Okay, I like that. Big place.
Yeah, I got Aiden Hutchinson going here to number 4. And I say this because I feel like it's just a bull rusher. He
Oh.
gives you a lot in that area. He's a really good bull rusher. And the Jets run a 4-3 defense, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And
I've been
he's
funding things
not
wrong.
built for a 3-4. I feel like even though he's a really good pass rusher, I feel like Aiden Hutchinson's more of a 4-3 guy. So if you put him in a 4-3 defense, you're gonna get the most out of him. And you put him with a guy like Robert Saleh, boom, you get a lot.
Yeah, don't be teasing me like that.
That happens. The Jets won the draft, and it is
Johnny
over for the
is
AFC.
not-
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's it.
Hey,
Stop the count.
And when they're streaming on Thursday, Johnny's just gonna be in the chat. He can come on for like an hour to just brag about how they got Adrian.
Mhm.
Oh, it
we
ain't
will be
good.
live
Yeah.
on this channel for the NFL
Yeah.
draft.
Oh,
But
shit.
let's go. So at number 4, I got the New York Jets also getting a defensive end, and that is Trayvon Walker. Now, I don't think he's better than Hutchinson or Thibodeau, but I do think he has some talent here. When you look at a guy who played very, very well this season, kind of got overlooked until, the combine and things like that. And, the combine, all the pro days and all that stuff. But he got really overlooked this season. But I do think he has a lot of talent. A lot of the NFL scouts love him. You look at the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're even still to the second thinking about maybe drafting him number 1, according to reports. This dude has loads of potential on the defensive line. He could be a game wrecker at the next level. He played it in an NFL style defense already, so he knows what he has to do at the NFL level. And when you look at Robert Saleh, big play slate, any good edge that goes in this Robert Saleh scheme is just going to be a match made in heaven, bro. Match made in heaven. And that's why I think Trayvon Walker is going to go number 4, because the Jets, I think, will get an edge rusher here. So that's what I think.
Okay. Be up.
Well, for the New York Jets, I have them going Ahmad Sauce Gardner.
Oh,
In this NFL, in this passing game, they look for a lot more of lanky corners, and he's one of the lankiest corners I've ever seen in my life. So they go with the upside. They really need a corner, and it's Robert Saleh, and he likes defense and drafting defense. So give him probably the best cornerback prospect in a while. Ahmad
See, this
Sauce
man,
Gardner.
Goat Hub knows how to pronounce Mark Gardner's name.
Oh, just
He
wait
doesn't.
till the next pick. Just
He
wait till the
doesn't.
next pick.
All right,
Ahmad
well,
Sauce
Hayden,
Gardner.
your 5th pick. Is it Akeem Aquanu? Because
Equamo.
you sounded like you're gonna butcher this name.
Yes.
Okay. At pick 5, I have the New York Giants going to tackle.
Okay.
They're going to Akeem Ikwanu.
Yes.
He said it right.
And let me tell you why. So,
But now explain.
I don't think they should go at here. I think they should really go quarterback. But from what I've been seeing, they're riding with Daniel Jones 1 year. This is his do or die year. They feel like he wasn't treated fairly from what I've been seeing. So they're saying this is going to be your last year. So why not give him great protection to finish it off?
Yeah.
Because you got the
I
weapons.
mean-
You still got Kenny Galladay, who is a decent receiver. I know he didn't have any touchdowns. We all had equal amount of touchdowns in him. But still, you have Darius Slayton. If they decide not to trade Kadarius Toney, you still got a young buck in Kadarius Toney as well. I think they'll be fine at wideout. They just got to stick with it.
All right, Johnny, who you got? 5.
Now, see, the New York Giants. This pains me to say this, okay? Because I despise the New York Giants.
F the midgets.
But with the 5th pick, the New York Giants will take Ahmad Sauce Gardner.
Ew.
Just to add to that secondary, they were going to be losing James Bradbury most likely, and they're going to need somebody to fill that hole immediately. Sauce Gardner's the dude, man. Like, you cannot deny the dude's talent. Lockdown corner, he's going to make a difference right away.
I agree. I like that pick, even though I'm an Eagles fan. Please, no Giants. Please pick Trent McDuffie, so that way we can laugh at you.
No, Jack Cohn, MG. Jack Cohn.
Oh, that's who the. Oh wait, I should say it actually because I'm gonna have him going in this round.
If you had
But
to do it, I'll give you $10.
okay.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
At Big Play Slay, who you got? 5,
Nah,
bro?
man, I will give you $10.
All right, at pick 5, I have the New York Midgets selecting Evan Neal, lineman out of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And for the reason I have him taking Evan Neal is because I feel like as just a offensive lineman, as Johnny pointed out earlier, he's got the best chance to be the best lineman. I think Aquanu has a higher ceiling and maybe more potential, but he's raw. It's just that Neal is like more of a technical guy. He's more fundamentally sound. And I feel like in the NFL, he might do a little bit better. And he's 6'7", 3-something, like 330. Dude is a big boy. He is one big boy. And if you put him in that offensive line, I think you might see good production, especially with what they want to do over there. Run heavy.
Yeah, he's a thick boy.
You know what, Big Play Slay? I have this famous line, right? When people make bad takes on this podcast, that's such a bad take that I agree with you. Because Evan Neal is going to be going number 5, and like Hayden said, and Big Play Slay touched on it. I mean, when you got a quarterback in Daniel Jones, you have to protect him because this dude is prone to turning over the ball in pressure situations. When he gets pressured, he fumbles the football. So you got to help him out. I know you got, I know you drafted offensive lineman before a few years ago, and that could still work out. But you need someone else to get on the offensive line too. And I just think when you look at what he did at Bama this year, he went up against the best of the best defensive players. So he's battle tested. He's a very complete player, has all the fundamentals where you got a guy in Kwanu who has all like the flashy skills, the big hits, the violence. This guy is not about like the flashy big hits and the violence type plays. This guy's a fundamental type of guy. He has all the, basics to a T, and he is a guy who can start day one, who doesn't need to be developed because he already has NFL type of mechanics in his game as a tackle. So I think with the Giants needing to protect Daniel Jones right here, put some more offensive linemen around him, he is the guy right here.
He's that guy.
At number 5.
I just want to say this. I agree with you. And before B-Hub goes, like, the only problem that I had with Neal is I think he needs to shorten down on the weight. And, like, whenever he faces bull rushers and speed rushers, sometimes he loses a lot of matchups. Like, whenever he's going up against, like, let's say if he goes in the NFL, right? And he's going up against a really good speed rusher or a bull rusher. Like a Nick Bosa, a Joey
Aaron
Bosa.
Donald.
Both guys, or Aaron Donald. Both guys, all three of those guys can get off the line really well. And
Or
with
even a guy like Trey Hendrickson.
right, with his Neal, with Evan Neal, I meant to say, his weight, like, it limits him in a way because sometimes he's slow-footed. And sometimes he can't, like, just, like, contain a block or contain a fast speed rusher like Hassan Reddick that we just picked up because of that weight that he has on him.
And that's the thing. Like, this guy, he like I said, he's a fundamental guy. He's not a speed, a power, a guy who can necessarily keep up with these bull rushers. He's a guy who has a good technique, a good kickback block. He can just, he knows how to play the hands correctly. He's not a guy who's going to be a speed offensive lineman or be able to run back with these fast edge rushers. And that does scare you. That I agree with that Big Play Slay. But yeah.
Now, Johnny, you gonna let him talk shit about your boy, Evan Neal?
See, I was only going to point out that for his size, even though he's 300 and something pounds, I forgot what it is. It's like 338, I think it is, or
Yeah,
something.
337, 336.
Okay, yeah. For his size, I don't know if y'all saw the picture that came out before, like right before the combine. This dude, for 300 pounds, looks like he's only 220. Like, the dude is in shape. So, I mean, you can sometimes question his ability, but that dude ain't no big boy.
Before B-Hub goes, we had the same questions about Becton. Is he too big? Is he gonna be, out of shape? And Mekhi Becton, when he's healthy, is one of the best young tackles we've seen in the game.
Sorry we
So,
injured him, Johnny.
but B-Hub, it is your turn. Pick number 5.
Well, last two individuals, I believe, took Evan Neal. So I'm going to agree with that. With a new ownership type of team, they want to go for the most fundamentally sound. And he's the most fundamentally sound tackle. That's probably the most needed position, obviously, besides quarterback. And I just think they'd go with the most for sure product. I think he'll be fine. You can drop weight during like off-season workouts or whatever. He'll be fine. He'll be a pretty good offensive tackle for a decade. That's all they need. So Evan Neal at number 5.
By the way, this is not a Lions jersey. This is a Puma jersey. Or a shirt.
You look like
I don't know you love.
I mean, hey, it's a retro Lions like logo.
Right.
Anyway,
I don't know what this guy is talking about. This
That is
pointing
a
to
Lions
Johnny
jersey.
again. You're pointing
Or,
to Johnny again.
this weird Packers fan right here.
There you go. Now,
All right, Hayden, 6.
before I continue, guess what I'm drinking right now?
No one cares.
Stupid drinks.
Bulls fans' tears, but
It doesn't matter what you're drinking.
I don't care. Let's move
you,
on though
B-Hope.
to number 6. This is where it gets spicy a little bit in my mock draft. We got the Carolina Panthers. Now, Carolina is a huge wild card here because they basically need quarterback, O-lineman. They could pair someone up nicely in my mock draft with, what's his name, who is a beast in Madden.
Brian Burns.
Brian Burns, yes.
Yep.
And you just lost Stephon Gilmore, a huge loss in that secondary. Robbie Anderson has questions. Like, you got a lot of options here. Now, this is where it gets spicy. Because I'm having the first quarterback go right here. I'm having Malik Willis drafted to the Carolina Panthers. I don't think they feel Sam Darnold's their guy. He is not the guy. He sees ghosts still to this day. Like, Sam Darnold's not it. Last year was a fail run. Johnny, what did you get for Sam Darnold again?
I think we got a second. We got a second rounder
And a 6th.
a fourth rounder. Yeah, I think it was a second and a fourth.
So the Jets just fleeced the fuck out of the Panthers to get rid of Zach. I mean, not Zach Wilson. Sam Darnold for Zach Wilson. So the Jets win this trade. The Panthers look stupid, so they're trying to gonna try and hide it by drafting their franchise guy, building up false hope for this fan base for him just to suck because the Panthers don't give a fuck about protecting him.
Okay, cool. Johnny, number 6.
I am going to agree with him, and I am going to take Malik Willis at 6.
Johnny, we're friends. High five.
High five. They need the quarterback badly. All right, Sammy D. He just ain't the deal, man. He really isn't. And you need somebody that's going to actually come in there and run the offense. I think Malik Willis can fit into an offense, and he can really grow. And honestly, with the weapons that they have Christian McCaffrey, they have DJ Moore, they have Robbie Anderson. They can do it. It's just a matter of if everyone around him can stay healthy, but I really think that Malik Willis is going to be their guy.
I like it, Johnny. I like it. I still want to quote a line from a movie, but I'll let MG go. Or Big Play Slay and MG and be a
Big Play Slay. 6.
Yes. I have the Panthers also taking a quarterback, but it's not Malik Willis. It is a quarterback from Pittsburgh, and his name is Kenny Pickett. I have
no.
Kenny Pickett going here because, and I get that this could be smokescreen, but what I've seen, it seems like they're more leveraging to Kenny Pickett. And with what they've added this offseason, Austin Corbett, Bosman from the Ravens,
Mm-hmm.
they lost Hassan Reddick. They could still probably use an edge on the other side of him. And I get that they lost Gilmore, but you still have Horn there. And I'm thinking that they're going to go edge in the later rounds. And I feel like with addressing those guard positions, they might address offensive tackle in the later rounds too. So I would take my quarterback early. And I think Kenny Pickett, I said this before and I'll say it again. I think he's like a Derek Carr, and I think he will be like a Derek Carr. I think he will be that type of quarterback because his play style is like reminiscent to Derek Carr. He's one of those drop back quarterbacks who could run, and then like he's athletic. He's like very underrated with his ability to run. Y'all saw that fake where he just slid and then had
That's
that
fucking
touchdown.
bullshit.
Yeah, and they should not have taken away that move, but I think this is the break for the Panthers here.
All right, you guys are going quarterback, so I'm gonna switch up the tone a little bit up in here because at number 6, they're gonna go with some protection, and they're gonna go with Akeem Akwanu.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Potential
gosh.
at the tackle position. This is your guy. This guy is a freaking dog, bro. This dude runs 30 yards downfield to block for his receivers. He will block for his quarterback. He will bulldoze you, bro. This dude is a bulldozer. You running into a brick wall, but the only knock on him is that he needs to tighten up the mechanics a little bit. That's all he has to do. Sometimes he's running out there and running into his blocks freely and not doing it the mechanic in the correct way, and that does hurt him. But this dude is a tank. He has some speed to him, especially good for an offensive lineman. He has all the power in the world. Like I said, every time you're running into him, you're getting blocked by a brick wall because of how strong he is. But as long as he tighten up the mechanics, this dude can be the best offensive lineman in this draft. And I think the Panthers see that. I think that they're good. See, here's the thing, bro. The Panthers haven't drafted a quarterback in a while. They're going to continue to go with this bridge quarterback thing because that's what they've been doing since Cam Newton became a little bit out of his prime. They're going to continue to try to go with these bridge quarterbacks as they usually do. And they're just going to have to build an offensive lineman first because, Hayden, you said it. You said Malik Willis is going to get drafted there but not get protected. They have to protect the guy who they're going to draft maybe next year or the year after, or even if they draft the guy in the second round because there's some quarterbacks that could go in the second. So
Jacko.
I think they draft Akeem. I think they draft Aquanu here.
MG, I like that. That's a great take, my friend. But I don't know
Yes,
if
sir.
I can trust that front office and that coaching staff.
Why are you looking at a crying Michael Jordan?
I'm not. I'm looking at MG.
But you are looking at it.
I was gonna say you look like you're kissing him.
Whoa! All right, MG.
All right. Well, B Hub, who you got 6, buddy?
Well, in my opinion, this is a make or break choice for Matt Rule and the front office. So I think they have to pick a quarterback. And I see the smoke screens about Kenny Pickett. That dude Kenny Pickett, I don't see much in him, in my opinion.
Okay.
So I think they go with the guy that's the most gifted as a quarterback, and that's Malik Willis.
Okay.
I understand that pick.
I think by week 5 or 6 he'll be the starter of the Panthers.
Yes, if he goes there.
Hey, B-Hub, did we just become best friends?
No.
Damn it, you ruined the quote.
All right. Well, Hayden, tell us your number 7 pick.
The New York Giants. So I had him going tackle earlier. Akeem.
Akwanu.
Akwanu. Akeem Akwanu. I had him going. Now, this is where it gets interesting because they still got other positions like quarterback, which is scope, but they won't. They got wideout, which is being talked about, corners, secondary, pass rush, and I think they're going pass rush. Give me Trayvon Walker.
Okay.
Now, Trayvon Walker, he's been getting hyped up for the Jags, I've been seeing. And I don't think the Jags are that stupid. I hope.
It's the Jaguars.
You have a jersey of them right now.
The fuck you mean it's a Jaguar jersey?
Yeah, we can all tell that's a Jags jersey.
just like you wearing the Detroit jersey.
You stupid as Aaron Rodgers. I'm
Your
not
You set
favorite
yourself
team,
up for
bro?
that.
Technically, this is an Eagles jersey. Y'all just can't see it.
Okay, he's delusional, so let's go back on track. Anyways, but I think this will be good to add to that defense because that defense really was gas last year with Leonard Williams, I believe it is.
Yep.
He looked,
Jets legend.
he looked gas last year, and getting him some
Mhm.
help will be huge because that can help them get the stops they need to get the offense back on the field and allow these longer drives from Daniel Jones and this offense. I can't believe I just said that, but it would allow that more. And I think this will be a good step for their team because you still got James Bradbury, who's not top 10, but he is top 15 in the corners. You still got some decent players. You got Blake Martinez, who is a decent linebacker as well there. So you got just improve the defense and just get protection.
Okay. Johnny?
Now, for me, we don't know. There's a lot of questions surrounding this Giants team next year. You know, who's going to be their quarterback? Will Saquon Barkley be there? Now, and the offense, these receivers, can these receivers step up? Kadarius Toney wants out now.
Giants wants out of Tony. Tony does not want out from what I'm seeing.
Ah, yes, sorry. Thank you for that correction.
Yep, I got it.
You know, so you look at this board right now. If you're the Giants, the two top tackles are off the board already. You know the Giants are going to want offensive line at some point. And right here, they're going to have to do it. They're going to have to go with the third best. And in my opinion, Charles Cross is going to have to be that dude. He's going to have to do the best he can with with who he gets drafted by. The Giants are not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. But I really think Charles Cross can help at least try to move this team in the right direction, helping with if Saquon Barkley is back, to help that offense move downfield. They need to do something. And I think here, getting Charles Cross is going to be where you start. Build that offensive line.
I like it. Big play, Slay.
Big play, Slay.
Yeah, I have the Giants going Ahmad Sauce Gardner. I have them going with Sauce Gardner here because I feel like personally, with B Hub's point earlier, they're looking for a rangy corner, and I get that you have Bradbury, right? And he's more, I guess, zone. I don't think he's man to man. I feel like in that role last year, he kind of showed that sometimes, like he get like slacked out. Like sometimes, like he showed last year that he wasn't the best always in man. And I feel like in press he's better or a zone. And you got a new scheme with Wink Martindale. They're probably gonna blitz a lot more, and Ahmad Sauce Gardner blitzed a lot last year. So I personally feel like what they're missing is that CB1, that rangy corner. And let's just be honest, the last guy they drafted at cornerback in that first round was, I think, DeAndre Baker, and we all know how that turned out. So I feel like with this
Poor guy.
addition, it'll help that defense. It'll apply a little bit of pressure off of that defensive line with Leonard Williams and Azeez Ojulari, who had a good impact last year to that defensive line. And then you still have Blake Martinez as the middle linebacker. So I think you have pieces there on that defense. It's just about a matter of that defensive coordinator, Wink Martindale, one of the best in the league, just to fix it.
Okay.
All right. At number 7 for the Giants, I'm going to go with a guy who I think is starting to face a little too much disrespect. That's Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame. This dude is the most complete safety in the draft. I think he has potential, great ball skills, a very high IQ. He can play in coverage and he can play up to the line. He's a textbook tackler. And with the Giants, they're going to need just someone to complete that defense. And he can do that with the potential he has. I know his 40-yard dash wasn't that high, and that's why he's dropping. But when you look at this guy's tape, he doesn't look like he runs a slow 40. And I think 40 times are severely overrated. And I'm not going to take his 40 time and, punish him for it because he's still a game changer on the defensive end. And the Giants need a game changer on the defensive end. They have decent pieces, but no game changers in my opinion. And I think he can be one if he reaches his ceiling. So, B-Hub, who you have at 7?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was going to be the only person to have this, but I agree, MG. I think he's too slept on. They have one of the worst safety rooms in the NFL. Why not get the best safety in the draft? And people will say, "Oh, it's too early." It's not too early to take a safety if he impacts the game in multiple ways.
Mm-hmm.
He's a tackling machine. He can be a ball hawk. He just needs to shore up some other things that affected him in his stock for this draft. But I think the Giants should take him at number 7. And if not, they don't take him. I thought they would trade out, to be honest. So why
I can
not
see
I
just
that.
get
think
the
he
best player
has better.
available?
Yeah, I personally feel like he has better game speed.
I agree.
Yeah, 40s, like, they matter to an extent, but game speed's all that matters.
Yep. Hayden, 8.
Now we got the chokers here. Now this guy's been getting too much hype and does not need to be in the top 10. But it's the Atlanta Falcons, so that's why I have George Karlaftis going to the Falcons at 8. Eddie, yeah, I don't think
Well,
so. The Falcons would take George Karlaftis. Don't lie.
Explain.
Let me tell you why. Now,
Please tell us.
George Karlaftis is a good pass rusher coming out of Purdue. Now, the Falcons, I know they need wideout. I know that. But this is a deep wideout class. You got Crystal in the second round. You could probably get Jahan Dotson. You could get a guy like David Bell, who is very underrated from Purdue as well. You could get a guy, I'm forgetting his name, from Georgia, George Pickens.
Pickens.
You can get good guys who can turn into wide ones at the beginning of the year. Now, the Falcons, what they need on defense is someone to go along with Grady Jarrett to help him get the pressure. So why not give him a great 1-2 combo? Because think about it, in a year, you'll get back Calvin Ridley. He should be back now next year. So, just saying.
All I'm gonna say is George Karlaftis is a good pass rusher, but not a great one. Not a top 10 prospect. But Johnny, who you got at 8?
I'll name a better pass rusher.
Okay.
Go with the thank
Jermaine
you.
Johnson,
this guy
who
knows what
will
he's talking about.
go to
This
the
guy,
Atlanta Falcons. As Hayden
this
pointed
guy is
out,
a smart guy. He's
they
a
need
smart
to
guy.
rebuild this D line. And this is the team that is in the middle of a rebuild. Jermaine Johnson is going to fit this defense perfectly, in my opinion. You could go wide receiver, but like Hayden pointed out, you could get a receiver later in this draft. This is the pick.
I agree, and I can't believe Hayden had George Karlaftis over Jermaine Johnson. But big place, so you may go.
Yeah, this guy definitely knows what he's talking about. This guy, not so much. Hey, the eighth pick, I have the Falcons taking Garrett Wilson, the receiver from Ohio State.
Okay.
Like everything you want in a receiver. I feel like Wilson like shows that. Like I get that there's some issues in this game. Like sometimes like he has like some problems on some like route concepts, but the thing with him is like he has a big catch radius. Like dude is always around the ball. And I feel like if you have like a missing piece puzzle and you want a guy that, just has a big catch radius and he's good after that yak, you get a guy like that. And, Calvin Ridley suspended for the whole year, and I feel like this is the perfect guy to fit that offense, especially with what they're trying to do over there with Arthur Smith.
I like it. MG.
Big play Slay, I agree. And I think when the Atlanta Falcons at number 8, they're going to take Garrett Wilson. When you look at him, I think he's a great wide receiver, and he's one of the more complete wide receivers in this draft class. Has a great big play ability, can add some spark and a lot of upside to this offense. And you need a guy who can be a number 1 wide receiver threat because that's the type of offense that you need. You got a quarterback in Mariota who you see the weapons he has now. He's not going to succeed with these weapons, so you got to add a weapon. And I understand, defensive line, they need that. But it's not as much of the need at wide receiver. Kyle Pitts is just not going to be enough. So Mariota, get him another weapon. Get him a guy, Garrett Wilson, who could come in, be the tried and true, clear-cut number 1. And him and Kyle Pitts can be dangerous together. And I think that's just the correct pick for Atlanta. B-Hub, who you got?
Whoa. I completely agree. Like, it was between two positions, in my opinion. I really think the Falcons fully believe in Marcus Mariota because Arthur Smith, the Tennessee Titans connection,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go with a receiver. I'm gonna go with Ike Ekwonu. I still have him on my board,
Mm.
and they could use the offensive line help. Remember, they brought back Cordell Patterson. They really believe in him and his
Mm-hmm.
dual threat ability. Why not shore up the offensive line for Marcus Mariota? And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, if the Falcons want to, they could trade it late. Maybe there's another receiver, but I think they go best available on what is on my board.
Yep.
Okay. Now,
All right. Hayden 9.
number 9, we got the Seattle Seahawks. Will they take the guy the New York Jets wants? No. They take Trevor Penning.
I like it.
I know Johnny said he had someone else as the second best named, where is it? Charles
Charles
Cross.
Cross.
I think, though, the thing about the Seahawks, they never take the best available, like, at the position they want. Look at, like, a couple years ago in 2020, who did they take over?
Jordan Brooks over Patrick Queen.
Yeah, they took Jordan Brooks over Patrick Queen. I cannot talk him as a Pack fan because we took Jordan Love, but it's been very common for them where they don't take like the best available guy at the position they're going for. So I would not be surprised. Now, don't get me wrong. Where is it? Trevor Penning is a great guy from Northwestern. I see him. I seen him every year of his career, at least once. So he's a great player. He can put up decent protection for Drew Lock. I can't believe I'm saying Drew Lock, but he can put up the protection they need. So I think this will be a good pick to protect Drew Lock and your future QB, whether it is Lock or someone else. Johnny.
See, Seattle is entering a rebuild, and they are going to want new building blocks. And they are going to start right here by selecting the next member of the next gen Legion of Boom. They will select Kyle Hamilton, safety, Notre Dame.
I don't know with Jamal. I feel like they won't. Not with Jamal.
And
He's
Quandre
a
Diggs.
box safety though.
I know,
Quandre
but you
Diggs?
got
Quandre
Quandre
Diggs.
Diggs as well. I
It's
figured.
it's it's the
Mm.
Seahawks. You never know what they're gonna
I
do.
know,
Mhm.
but
True.
I feel like they'll protect Lock before because.
Oh, Quandre Diggs is injured too. We gotta remember that.
But I think he should be back for the start of the year.
Never know.
All right. So you think they're gonna go defensive upside over protection, or maybe even another defensive position?
I believe so.
All right. Big play Slay. Who you got at number 9?
Yes, I have the Seattle Seahawks taking another quarterback off the board, Malik Willis. We're going in this rebuild process if you're Seattle, right? And you traded Russell Wilson to Denver. You got Shelby Harris and Noah Fant out of it. You're starting somewhere new. It's something fresh. You add Malik Willis to this offense. You have DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. That's already two weapons there. And then you added Noah Fant. I think they could use a little bit of protection, but I still think they're going to go with a guard and a tackle in the later rounds. And I think this guard class is pretty deep. I would say the tackle class has a little bit of a drop off in that first round. After that, like a little bit in that like mid second round. But I think with what the Seahawks are trying to do right now, you're just trying to start somewhere fresh and new. And I'm liking what they're doing right now. Like the culture, bro, the culture in Seattle is amazing right now. Like everyone's liking what's going on in Seattle. And I think with this pick, it's something fresh and new, and it's going to be a good building stone for the future.
Okay, MG.
At number 9, Seattle will go defense, and they will form a Legion of Boom of their own 2.0. They're gonna go with the best available, Derek Stingley Jr. here. When you talk about upside,
Okay.
and you talk about recreating the Legion of Boom, I think he's your perfect guy. When you look at what he did in 2019, he had an historic college season. He has tremendous upside. He does have that man-to-man coverage ability. He looks healthy now at his pro day, so that's not a concern anymore. He's going to be able to start day one. And I think when you look at Seahawks defense, they have decent safeties, but they need a cornerback one, a tried and true number one lockdown guy, and Derek Stingley has the potential to be that guy. He has the potential to get a lot of interceptions. He's going to go one-on-one with the best receiver as soon as he develops into that type of guy. He has a lot of upside. As long as he's healthy and on the field, I think he has tremendous upside, and he will go number 9 to Seattle. B-Hub.
I Can't believe it. We agree again. I have Derek Stingley Jr. as well. I thought I was going to be the only one to pick that, but hey, I
Yeah.
agree. They need a corner bad.
Hmm.
And why not take the most upside guy, the best corner on the board, and it's Seattle. They would be the team to be like, you know what? He had a bad college year. We'll make him look like a Pro Bowler. So give us Derek Stanley Jr. at number 9.
Okay.
All
Now,
right.
now we're
Pretty
heading
fun.
into around the hour mark, so yeah, 2 more hours. Shit, have fun. But
Nah.
no, but we're heading into the Jets picks. Johnny, would you like to announce my pick again and botch it again?
Yes, I would like to cut you off again.
All right, go ahead. Have fun. Floor's open.
At the number 10 overall pick, the New York Jets are going to fill a huge need on offense. Huge need. The New York Jets have been wanting a number 1 wide receiver for a long time. Now, who are they going to draft? Which wide receiver are they going to go? There are lots of questions about that if they were to take a receiver. Now, there's still questions right now. Will they trade for Deebo Samuel? Hopefully. But, if they don't, they are going to take Garrett Wilson, the most game ready, if not the best wide receiver in this draft class. He is going to make a huge difference in this offense. For Zach Wilson, he is going to propel this offense if they draft him.
Okay.
That is what will take us to the Super Bowl, where we will beat the Philadelphia Eagles for the first time.
In your dreams.
And
This is crazy.
Now that we let Johnny interrupt me because this is a Jets pick, I have the New York Jets selecting Jermaine Johnson, edge out of Florida State. I think he'll bring great. I think he'll be a great 1-2 punch with Larson.
Larson?
Shit, I'm thinking
Larson?
Who said Larson?
Larson?
Jack
You want to do
Larson.
arson? Whoa!
Larson?
Bro, I didn't know Kyle Larson.
Oh, shit.
I didn't know Kyle Larson played football. I didn't
Yeah,
know
I
that.
did. Damn.
Oh, let's not bring up Kyle Larson. He did something very
Yeah, we can't bring that up.
He's the most hated player in NASCAR, but I have
Hey.
I think he'll be
Hated
great
player.
1-2 punch with Lawson.
What's his first name?
I don't know.
Oh.
Big play.
See, and that just shows you how underrated this man is as a
I
pass
think it's
rusher.
a good time for Big Play Slay to move on to his pick.
think
I
so,
just,
too.
All right.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Carl Lawson.
Car.
All right. I'm taking Kyle Hamilton right here. I just feel like it makes sense for the Jets. I feel like with them adding Jordan Whitehead, they're strong safety now. I think they still need a free safety. And you just lost Marcus May to the Saints. And I get that he was getting old, but you have a void there. And now you have the best safety sitting right there in your laps. You take him, and he's a really good coverage safety. The only thing that he has troubles with is those speedy, shifty receivers in the slot. And he probably won't have to face that too much. So I'm thinking if you take Hamilton right here, he's your coverage guy, he's your free safety. That is the guy that you want to build that defense around. And who else is going to maximize his potential other than a guy like Robert Saleh? Like, come on. Like, dude's going to make him better.
I like it. MG.
All right. At number 10. Hi, Johnny. How you doing today, bro?
Hey, what's up, bro?
I'm doing very terrible.
Oh, no. Why?
You know why? Because
The both
the Jets will beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
But
no.
that's okay. It's okay, though. Because at number 10, the Jets are going to select Jermaine Johnson.
Let's go.
I'm joking, by the way. The Jets will never beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
What?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. But I think the Jets, when you look at Jermaine Johnson and
We
what he
will.
can bring to the table, I have him over guys like Carl Laftis, guys like Ajabo, because I think he is a great, complete defensive lineman. I mean, from Florida State, this guy's a beast. And when you look at what the Jets want to do, man, I just think he's going to be a stud on the defensive side of the ball. And I think he's going to be a great player for them. So that's what I have there.
Yep.
Goat Hub.
Well, Johnny, I think you'll be pretty happy with this pick. I also have Jermaine Johnson. Pair him next to Carl Lawson. Be a very good defensive line. And last season, unfortunately, Carl Lawson got hurt. So why not get a guy that you could pair against a guy? It'll take the workload off of him, and it'll make your secondary look a lot better because, let's be honest, it wasn't that good last year. So We'll let the secondary get a breath and attack the quarterback. So Jermaine Johnson to the Jets.
Okay. Now, Johnny, before we continue, I just want to say I'm sorry my team got Carl Lawson hurt last year.
You
In
know,
the preseason, bro.
I. Oh, you had to bring that up, didn't you? Just had to bring up that preseason game.
I wanted to apologize, and I just want to say I
Freaking
saw Zach.
Packers fans, man.
I just want to
We
say I
can't
saw
stand
Zach
him.
Wilson play
You know,
before Johnny did in person.
We do not claim this guy.
That game plus joint practices. I just want everyone to know the Jets. 21 players were hurt. 21 players came out of that injured.
Wow, that's disrespectful, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Come
Johnny.
on, Packers.
Now, let's go on to the next pick. We got the football team. This is where it gets a little
The Commanders, not the football
The
team.
The
Commanders.
Washington Commanders, they recently
Their
rebranded to the
quarterback
City.
is Carson Kami Wentz. Go ahead.
I think this is where it gets controversial.
Mm.
We all know Dan Schneider loves his QBs. So he's going to add another one.
Oh.
He's adding Malik Willis. And let me tell you.
What?
You heard me. But they're adding Malik Willis because I don't think anyone in this
What
NFL
the
has
heck?
confidence in Carson Wentz. No one. It showed with the Eagles for Jalen Hurts. The coach said we're done with him after 1 year. And I think Malik Willis will go. It's a great time to develop him. Like Carson said, under you guys for a couple of years, well, Malik Willis develops, and then have your franchise guy just comes out and balls. Johnny,
Okay,
go.
Malik
Well,
Willis.
that was okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Johnny, go ahead, buddy.
Well, with the 11th overall pick, the Washington Commanders will select Jordan Davis. That man is going to be a beast on the inside. Think about that pairing with Chase Young and wait, hold up.
Holy
Hold up.
shit.
Sweat.
What a
Dude.
defensive line that will be.
Yeah, Jonathan
Deron
Allen. Oh,
Don't forget
like
Sweat.
and then you have. Yo, that will be a
Deron.
scary D line if you add Jordan Davis to that. That defense will be something to be reckoned with in the NFL next year.
That's great.
That is my pick.
Yes.
Our big
If they all stay healthy, oh my god.
Scary.
Yes, sir. I have the Washington Commanders selecting Charles Cross. And just for the fact that, like, they just lost Brandon Scherf this offseason. So you don't have an offensive lineman there, a true offensive lineman, either at the guard position or the tackle position, that can really help you out. And you have a quarterback that's, happy-footed. He's Mr. Happy Feet for a reason. Carson Wentz, like, dude is so happy-footed in the pocket. Like, his feet are all over the place. I
He
said
was so
place.
happy
Place.
footed. He sprained
Yeah.
both
He
of
was
his
happy
ankles
feet.
Yeah, he has happy feet.
on one
Um,
play.
Right. And I personally feel like as a quarterback, you need some offensive linemen there with a guy like Carson Wentz. And I don't know, maybe they could trade McLaurin. Anything could happen. But as of right now, I'm gonna give them an offensive lineman, Charles Cross. He's a top 3 tackle in this class, top 3 lineman probably in this class. He's a top 5 lineman in this class. So I think dude is a baller, and I think he could be a stud there in Washington.
Okay.
MG.
All right. At number 11, I have Washington helping out the offensive line, and I'm going with Charles Cross here. I just think with what they have in Carson Wentz, you got to protect him at all costs if he's going to be your quarterback. And get a guy like Charles Cross, who's a great blocker, great pass protector, and just, you got to start somewhere because you lost Brandon Sheriff, so you just got to build that offensive line some way, somehow, build it back up. And I know they signed Charles Leno last year, but he's not the long-term future. Charles Cross is, and I think he will go number 11.
Okay. Be up.
Well, I agree for the offensive tackles, but I have them taking Trevor Penning from Northern Iowa. They love these like high upside type of tackles, and he kind of plays a little bit like Sheriff. So just plug him in, and he'll be ready to go. And yeah, he'll be a very solid pick for the Washington Commanders.
Okay. Hayden,
But I'm
who
I
not
is
gonna
your number
lie.
12?
I'm not gonna lie. I was about to pick Zion Johnson here.
Okay.
with
Okay.
the 12th overall pick in the 2022
NBA?
NFL NFL
Wrong
draft.
sport.
The Minnesota Vikings select Jack Cohn, quarterback, Notre Dame. No, I'm joking.
All right.
Damn.
No, but
Can we kick him?
but seriously though, I have them taking Derek Stingley Jr. I This is the biggest thing on that defense that they're missing is a good lockdown corner because I saw them in person. They couldn't lock down Allen Lazard for shit. Xavier
Yeah.
Rhodes is out of his prime, nowhere near it. So why not start off at the youth again at that position like they tried in 2020? But sadly, a bullshit thing happened, and he's no longer with them. So
Xavier Rhodes is not on the Vikings
Yeah.
anymore. He's on the Colts.
oh, fuck, who am I? Pat Pete.
They have
Pat
Patrick
Yeah,
Peterson.
Pat Pete.
Yeah.
He signed back for a year.
Yeah.
Johnny, number 12.
The Vikings will add someone young and youthful to that defense, but it will
What?
not be Derek Stingley. It will be Trayvon Walker.
Okay.
Now, they lost Emerson Griffin on that D line. The future is still unknown about Daniil Hunter. Like, we'll see. But,
They recently paid him.
yeah, they're going to need the help. And in my opinion, Trayvon Walker fits that scheme, actually.
Mhm.
Pretty good, in my opinion. And that will get it done.
They did add some help for Daniil Hunter, by the way. They added Zadarius Smith.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
Who backed out
Mhm.
with the Ravens and then
All
went to
right.
the Vikings.
Big play, Slick.
So he could play the Packers twice a year.
Yes, I have the Minnesota Vikings selecting the best man-to-man corner back in this class. Yes, I said that.
Oh.
Derek Stingley. Best man-to-man corner in this class. He's better than Sauce in the man-to-man coverage. And the reason I say that is because Derek Stingley, if you've seen his first year, his first fully healthy year as just a cornerback, he locked up some of the very best receivers, some of the best receivers that are in the NFL right now, some young receivers. And he locked up Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson in practice fully healthy. And this is when they were going at it back and forth. Like, these dudes were trying at a full rate. And I feel like it's just a man-to-man corner. Like, if you go look back at this one tape, like, he was guarding Devontae Smith on, like, this double move on this out route that Devontae Smith did, and he was there step by step. I'm telling you, man, Derek Stingley, this is the best man-to-man corner in this class, and I think he's going to be a better man-to-man corner in the NFL than Sauce Gardner. I think Sauce Gardner might have a better career, but these guys' careers are going to be lined up like Darrelle Revis and Richard Sherman. You watch it, bro, and I'm just telling you, bro, Derek Stingley's going to be a monster.
All right. Derek Stingley fan speaks out today here, folks. But at number 12, they're going to help out some of the edge rushers they got. And they're going to put Jordan Davis in the interior. That's what the Vikings are going to get here at number 12. This dude's a beast up the middle. He is a guy who can clog up a hole. He is a guy who can put pressure in the interior at the defensive line position. I love what he brings to the table. He brings toughness. He brings grit. Played in an NFL style of defense, so he knows what it takes to be successful in an NFL type of system. He can be a great nose tackle, and he's a disruptor, man. He's a disruptor, and he is a guy who will be just a great talent. He'll be a great talent, and he'll be a great defensive tackle for the next 5 to 7 years, especially once he reaches his prime. So that's who I have at number 12. B Hub.
Okay.
You know what, MG? I think he might be reading my mock draft because I completely agree. Like, why not? He's an athletic freak. He's been rising up the boards after the combine. And I think the Vikings would be the team to take him here. They had really bad run stopping last year, and he'll help them a lot. Him, Daniil Hunter, Eric Kendricks, that that
Dalvin
defense will be a
Tomlinson.
lot better. And they have a really bad corner room, so it'll help them out a lot too. So I think Jordan Davis will be the pick here, and he's an athletic freak, man. I think he'll be very good in the NFL.
All right, Hayden.
Okay. Now, this is the Texans pick again. And
Yep.
I have the Houston Texans going to add to Lovie Smith's defense Kyle Hamilton.
I like it.
I know people do not have him going outside the top 10. I think his stock is falling a little bit, so that's why I have him right here. I think he'll add a great piece to this Houston defense where they did just lose Justin Reed, so I think those will be good for him.
I like it. I like it. Johnny.
Now, the first time around, I had the Houston Texans taking Evan Neal. Now, we're all the way back here at pick 13, and they are going to stay with offense.
Okay.
And they are going to go wide receiver Jamison Williams out of Alabama. They're going to give their young quarterback Davis Mills some help. They want to see if he is the guy, and they are going to provide him a weapon in Jamison Williams. And honestly, it's going to be a make or break year, really. If you want to find out who your quarterback is going into next year, now is the time, and you get him a weapon in Jamison Williams.
Okay. Big plus what?
Yes, I completely agree with Johnny. I have the Texans also taking Jamison Williams. Like, if you want explosiveness, if you want just like energy and like dangerous speed, and just dangerous like scheme type receivers, this is your guy. I think he's like 6'1", maybe 180, 170 in that range. Jamison Williams, he gives you that impact, that big play type ability, and I feel like that's what the Texans are missing. You know, they got Brandon Cooks, right? But you also need a two. And this guy could be your one in the future. And as Johnny pointed out, you don't know what Davis Mills is yet. Like, he had a good season last year. I thought he had probably the best quarterback rookie season outside of Mac Jones. And you could argue that he had a probably better season than Mac Jones because Mac Jones had a better team. But I just think this is a good fit for them. You need some offense. You need some speed to that team. And this is your guy.
Yeah, number 13. I'm actually going to go offensive lineman here since I had them going corner at number 3. I'm going to go with Trevor Penning here. You believe in Davis Mills, and if you truly do think you believe in him, you got to protect them. I think they're going to do so. So Trevor Penning's going to be a great offensive lineman, in my opinion, in the NFL. I think he'll be amazing. And putting him on the other side of Laramie Tunsil, it just adds to his potential and what he can be as an offensive lineman. Protect your quarterback because I think Davis Mills can be the future, and I think that's what will happen here. But B-Hub, who you got 13?
Well, I agree with MG taking an offensive lineman, but this guy is still on my board. I have them taking Charles Cross at number 13. Protect your... I think he can be their franchise quarterback because he showed a lot of promise. I have them getting Trevon Walker at number 3. And why not giving them another offensive lineman? It's not the biggest need, but he's the best player on the board, so take best player available, and they'll take Charles Cross.
All right. 15?
No, 15,
14?
14, whatever.
Team.
We got a couple picks, or the pick before the Eagles, and you guys are in love with this one guy, but I think the Ravens love him more. And I'm going for the Ravens. Jordan Davis, he'll be a great hole to add to this front seven, which lacked a little bit of the run game, which needs some defensive stops. So I think Jordan Davis will be perfect here. Johnny?
Well, for the Ravens, they have Marlon Humphrey. They have Marcus Peters. How about you throw in Derek Stingley in that mix?
Oh, that's too good, bro.
That is a scary secondary, especially since they have Marcus Williams, who they just added in free agency as well. Like, that defense, dude. Ooh.
That's gonna be hard to
that right there will complete that Ravens defense, in my opinion. That is really going to solidify that secondary. That is, you add one of the best corners in this draft class. That is going to seal up your defense right there.
Yeah, big play, Slay.
Yes. I have the Ravens also selecting Jordan Davis. Dude is a monster, bro. Like he's 6'6". I want to say he's like 340. Dude is just a dog. Like I understand like sometimes he like people say he like takes a little too many breaks, but that's because they also had Devontae Wyatt and he impacted a lot of that. But when you saw Davis out there, he was a good run stopper. He is a freak. Dude is just a all around defensive tackle. He's got that size, that agility to him, and he has the knack for the ball, bro. He's always trying to disrupt inside, and he clogs up the middle. So I feel like if you add a guy to that defense with a new scheme, and a new regime to that defense, you have something there to build around. And I think Davis will be a good piece of that defensive line in Baltimore.
At number 14, I actually had them going offensive lineman. They lost Bradley Bozeman, and they're going to go interior offensive lineman Kenyon Green at year 14. I think the loss of Bozeman, Alejandro Villanueva retired, so you got too many holes in this offensive lineman. You got to fill one of them. I think Kenyon Green does have a lot of potential. I feel like he's being underrated this draft. And when you look at the Ravens, they really need to put guys in front of Lamar because yes, he can run, but you don't want him running out the pocket every time. You want him to develop his pocket ability as a quarterback, and you need to build an offensive lineman. So Kenyon Green's gonna be a perfect pick right here. I have him at number 14. B Hub.
Like that.
Well, at number 14 for me, for the Baltimore Ravens, I have them taking a receiver. They desperately need a receiver. They have Marquise Brown, and pretty much no one else performs on that
Rashad
team.
Bateman.
What
Well,
do you
he
think?
hasn't. He didn't show a lot last year.
He was injured
Has
though.
has upside, has upside, but I think they'll go with Garrett Wilson at number
Ooh, I love it.
14. Get Lamar more weapons. I was
hmm
thinking about doing an offensive lineman as well, but I think they can't pass up Garrett Wilson at at number 14 here.
Okay.
I respect it.
At number. Ugh.
The birds of the nest.
We got the Philadelphia Eagles. I have them
The
going to
greatest team in
linebacker.
NFL.
That's cap, but I have them going to linebacker. Not no Kobe Dean, but I have him going the guy, the man, the myth, 11, Devin Lloyd from Utah. Philly
I like it.
desperately needs a linebacker, and I think Devin Lloyd fits more like the middle linebacker role more than the Kobe Dean for this team. Don't get me wrong, Kobe Dean is, trust me.
Okay. No. Go explain. Continue.
I think he's a great like leader for this like defense that they need for the future. So I'm going Devin Lloyd.
Johnny.
Hi. Hey yo, MG, hey yo. Listen here, alright? I got y'all going to linebacker here, alright?
Okay.
Alright? His name is not Nakobe Dean. His name is unfortunately Devin Lloyd, as Hayden picked. I unfortunately have to agree with him, okay? Devin Lloyd is the pick here, in my opinion. He's the best player available on the board. Overall, you made a great addition this offseason. You added Hassan Reddick, which is honestly a home run. He fits your defense so perfectly. And you need somebody to pair alongside of him. Devin Lloyd is your guy.
Okay. Big play say.
Right here, I have the Eagles taking a guy that I had dropped to 15. I could see him going
I
in
wonder
the,
why.
but I still think this is a top 3 defensive end, and he is also better than Trayvon Walker. Jermaine Johnson. I think it's just a fit. He gives us, just that impact. We ran a 4-3 defense last year, 4-3-5-2. However you want to look at it, either way it's the same. We had, I think we had Alex Singleton last year, and then we had Davion Taylor, Sean Bradley, as the linebackers, and then our front four with Brandon Graham, who was hurt. We had Fletcher Cox last year, and he showed up in a couple games, and then he didn't Javon Hargrave was amazing in the couple first games of the season, and then at the end of the season, it was a little lackluster. And then outside of that, Josh Sweat maybe gave us a couple good games. Derek Barnett was just a little too impatient. We need some pressure up there on the front line or front seven, and I feel like Jermaine Johnson with his speed, with his long arms, his long frame. I think he just causes too much hell to not pass up on. Like, dude is just a baller. And with us running a 4-3, he fits our scheme. And I compared him to Robert Quinn. So I want a guy like that on their defense.
MG.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Super Bowl 52 champions,
The greatest team in NFL history. Greatest team in NFL
the
history.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Beautiful.
At number 15, we'll select wide receiver Jameson Williams from Alabama. This dude is a game changer, a playmaker, and the Eagles need a guy in this offense who can complement Devontae Smith. Well, I got a question for you guys, and I don't think you guys even have to answer. What's better than to compliment your future wide receiver one than a guy who's played with him actually? Oh, wait, that kind of makes sense. Jameson Williams is a game changer. He'll fit into Nick Sirianni's offense. We need a different element, a guy who can be more of a speedster, who can create separation, and who can create speed, who can create a different element of his offense. We have good route running with Devontae Smith. Dallas Goedert can do some things, but we need speed. We need true explosiveness, and we need a guy who can do some of the stuff behind the line of scrimmage, like do the end around, the wide receiver screens, and the jet sweeps. He can do all of those things. He's going to be the guy because he has a different element to our offense here. And we do have another pick, so just saying.
Be up. Go.
But we got beat up.
This hurts my heart to do it.
The greatest team in NFL history. We'll point that out.
You're not even an Eagles fan, shut up. But
You got no
I have the Philadelphia Eagles selecting Jameson Williams, receiver from Alabama. He fell on my board, and I think the Eagles would not pass this up. But it is Howie Roseman, so you never know. But I have the Eagles taking Jameson Williams, and it hurts my heart. And I think signing Hassan Reddick took it out of the possibility of them drafting an edge rusher.
All right, Hayden, who you have in next pick? 16.
I'm looking at the New Orleans Saints.
Right?
This is interesting, but I have them going Garrett Wilson. Wideout
Damn.
from Ohio
Like it.
State. They like their Ohio State wideouts. You got Michael Thomas, who's going to be coming back, so why not pair him with Garrett Wilson? Get some weapons around Jameis and call it a day.
I like that.
Johnny?
Hey, Johnny.
They will take Trevor Penning. They have a hole at tackle. They need to fill it. Trevor Penning is going to be their man.
I like it. Okay. They lost one of the best tackles in the league, so that's going to be huge.
Yep.
A big play, Slay.
This guy is reading my brain. Trevor Penning as well. They lost Teron Armstead to the Dolphins. I think with Penning, he has some holes in his game, which is, I guess, over aggressiveness, but I think he gives you a lot of talent and potential, and you need that. And I feel like he can maximize that to another level with the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, MG, my bad.
All right. Well, no, I don't matter.
No, you do.
At number 15,
Yeah.
I have the New Orleans Saints drafting Chris Olave. I think with Jameis Winston, Michael Thomas is going to be there, but Marquez Callaway, I just don't know if he's going to be the game changer they need. But I think Chris Olave can. He has the potential to be. He's been a great wide receiver at Ohio State for the last few years. It's finally time for him to come out in the draft. About time. I feel like I've been watching Chris Olave for like ages as a Penn State fan, but he's coming out the draft. He's a great receiver, has a lot of potential, has that playmaking ability, and I think him and Michael Thomas are going to be an amazing receiving duo if he can develop correctly and Thomas can stay healthy. So, like Hayden said, get Jameis some weapons and move on. But who do you got, B-Hub?
This is tough. But for the New Orleans Saints, this might be a little controversial, but we don't know. I have them taking a quarterback.
Ooh.
I have them taking Kenny Pickett at number 16. He
Uh-huh.
he benefits playing in a dome with those small hands, and they would be the team to take him. New head coach. I, they signed Jameis Winston to what was it, a 1 year deal basically. So why not get your quarterback? And he fell at number 16. So why not?
At,
Low ceiling, but it's the Saints, and they
yeah.
need a quarterback, in my opinion.
At number
Okay.
17, I have the Los Angeles Chargers selecting Chris Olave.
Hmm.
I know you're saying,
That's interesting.
but hey, did they just get Mike Williams? I'm like, yes, they did, but I don't know if I fully trust Mike Williams. And Keenan Allen started to get up there in age a little bit.
Huh?
What? Don't get me
Sure.
wrong,
He
he's a
had
great
1,000
coverage
yards
spot.
last year.
I know, but can he stay healthy? Because that was like
Yeah, did you stay healthy last year? What?
his first year,
Yeah,
but
he
you
did
never
stay
know.
healthy last year.
And you got Keenan Allen getting up there a little bit in age, so why not draft your future
He was
wide open?
29.
That's
So
Keenan.
he's the same age as Devontae Adams. Should the Raiders
Yeah,
draft the
that's
receiver?
not that old.
Yes. No, I'm joking. But
Raise your answer, bro.
MG, what first 2 round picks? Tell me. Would they draft a
What?
receiver? What first 2 round picks would they draft a receiver in?
What first 2 round picks?
Yeah.
First 2 round picks?
Yeah,
First 2 round picks.
what first round pick MG would they draft a receiver? No, that's right, none. But I think Chris Olave will fit this Chargers team. And I think he'll be a great pair of Keenan Allen and Mike Williams.
You
And
know, that's definitely not a need that they have. But
Yeah.
Johnny, who do you have?
You know,
Tell him why he's
we're
right.
just gonna move on from that, okay? And we're gonna actually fill a big need for them. Okay, we're gonna go straight at the offensive line, specifically the guard position. And they are going to get a man from Boston College,
Fuck you.
Zion Johnson.
Zion Johnson. Nice. I like it. I think he has a lot of potential. But big play Slay, who you got?
yes, I have one of these steals of the draft going to the Chargers, and it's not going to be on offense. It's going to be on defense. I'm having the Chargers taking Harrison Winfrey, the defensive tackle from Oklahoma. A lot of people don't even know about this guy. He's a defensive tackle from Oklahoma. He's 6'3", he's 290, and he's a scrappy, physical offensive lineman with great size. You know, he has good athleticism, and he has good versatility, so he could play that 5 technique at the defensive end position and that defensive tackle position, where he's more suited to be. And you just added Khalil Mack, and you still have Joey Bosa, one of the best defensive ends in the game. So the way they're going to scheme up, especially with a defensive head coach, I think it's going to be really good for that defense. And they also added J.C. Jackson. So I like this pick for them a lot.
I just don't think that's a big enough need as the pick I have here, and that's going to be Tyler Linderbaum going here. When you
They
look
got
at it, they lost Brian Bulaga. He's an interior offensive line, so he can play so many versatile positions. He can play both guard and the center position. You put him next to Corey Linsley, and you let him develop. That's going to be amazing for the Chargers. So, what, Hayden?
Brian Bulaga was their tackle, not their guard.
But who else do they have at guard? And yes, he was a
I know.
tackle.
I just wanted to fix your mistake.
Yeah, my
Don't
bad.
they have
Yeah.
Corey Linsley?
Yeah.
Yeah, but who are they going to play at guard?
Yeah, Little Bobby came out to play guard. That's why.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I
yeah,
have
yeah.
him
I
going
just
here.
had an issue MG calling Bulaga a tackle, not a tackle, but go
Right,
ahead.
just because he played for the Packers doesn't mean you have to.
Don't
Right.
care. Don't care. Go
You
ahead.
have to interject into everything. Come on now.
But
I'm
nah,
really correct.
actually, thank you for the correction. But I just don't think they have enough guard depth here, and I think Linderbaum's gonna go here. They just need more offensive line depth because they got a great left tackle in Slater. They got a great center in Lindsley, but they just need more depth in the inside, so they'll go him. But B-Hub, who do you have?
Johnny, I gotta say, for this pick, you're a pretty smart guy. Because I completely agree. I think taking a guard here would be the best option for them to do at number 17. So I got them taking Zion Johnson as well. They added a lot of defense in the offseason. Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson. They brought back Mike Williams. I think they're good for their defense, so why not keep protecting your franchise quarterback? And I think Zion Johnson will be a pretty dang good pick here. So Zion Johnson at 17 from Boston College. Congrats.
All right, Hayden, who's your terrible 18th pick? I already heard. Just tell
At
us how terrible
wideout,
it is.
the Philadelphia Eagles will select Drake London.
Oh no, I'm done. You know I hate him, bro.
Wow.
You may not like him, but I think Howie Roseman will like him.
JJ Sega Whiteside 2.0 if he comes to the Eagles.
And
You know what?
and
I
the
don't
thing
know
is, they
about
don't
all
like
that, but
you say all this, but yet you guys pass openly up on Justin Jefferson and DK Metcalf.
Damn.
So this is not far fetched for the Eagles to misdraft a wideout here. Is he the best one on the board? No, I still think that Trayvon Burks, Jameson Williams are
Elon.
better. But it's the Eagles thing to do right here. BW, you agree?
Johnny, go ahead, bro.
I just listen.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm just
Listen.
too stunned to speak right now.
MG. You gotta listen to me, man. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Drake London can actually be something, and that's why I don't have him going to your team.
MG's so happy right now. Oh.
You guys are going to address your secondary. It is aging. It is getting older. You have Darius Slay, okay? Still lockdown. Avante Maddox, okay? But you are going to add to that, okay? You are going to go out and you are going to get a man by the name of Trent McDuffie.
like that.
Okay.
And now I want you to let me know how you feel about that.
I mean, we're addressing the defense. I think Andrew Booth is better, but it's okay. But big play Slay. Who do you have?
Yes, and this is gonna be very emotional for Eagles fans because we haven't drafted this specific position since 1979, and we are gonna get the best middle linebacker in this class. Middle linebacker in this class, Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean is the perfect pick for the Eagles because he is a middle linebacker. He is what I think he's going to be probably another Roquan Smith. That might be a hot take, but he plays exactly like him. Dude can go side to side, and he's not like I get that people say he's undersized, but he has the speed, he has the athleticism, he has the versatility, and with Devin Lloyd, I feel like he's more for the outside. He's more of an outside linebacker. And Devin Lloyd is not a guy that is going to be in the middle of the field. He's more of just the outside. And I feel like he could be a pass rusher, but I feel like as a linebacker, you want a guy that could be a middle linebacker. And I get that if it was both guys on the board and we had 3 picks, I would take both of them. But the thing with this pick is I feel like Devin Lloyd is just more suited for that outside role, and Nakobe Dean is for that middle linebacker role.
A big play Slay, might I ask what's so interesting about the ceiling?
Huh?
You kept looking up there, and so I'm trying to figure out what's so interesting up there.
He saw how high of a ceiling the Eagles have.
Yeah.
Shut up,
All
Johnny.
right.
MG just
I think,
Respectfully, I don't want that to happen.
ladies and gentlemen, once again, your Super Bowl 52 champions and the best team in the league this season, your Philadelphia
Yes.
Eagles will select linebacker Nakobe Dean out of Georgia.
Yes.
When you look at this guy, this dude, Big Play Slay pretty much explained it. He can play side to side, has decent speed, a great IQ player. He knows what he's doing. And every time I bring up a Georgia player, I always say they play in the NFL type of defensive scheme. So he's going to be coming. He's going to be ready to play. And finally, the Eagles get a great linebacker who can play middle linebacker, who can cover a little bit, who can actually tackle and not whiff on his tackles, and who actually knows how to play the game and who actually has football IQ. And
He's
has some
not.
speed in the linebacker position.
Yeah. He's not your prototypical linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Your
different.
turn.
Even though I am a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan, I'm going to be as unbiased as I can be here. If the Eagles have this draft that I have them doing, they will be very good defensively. So I got them taking the Kobe Dean as well.
Yes.
They haven't taken a linebacker in so long. I think he would be the guy that makes the most sense there. Him and Hassan Reddick rushing off the edge at certain points. That's kind of scary to be honest. But I think he would be the linebacker that fits them the most, and he has the higher upside in my opinion.
Yeah. Also, we added Kaiser White. Don't forget about that.
All
That
right,
was a good
Hayden.
signing.
At number
19.
19, the New Orleans Saints are on the clock. Now, I had New Orleans going a wide out the first time, and I think they're going to stick on the same side of the ball. I have them going Matt Corral, quarterback.
Oh.
I think getting a good weapon for Matt Corral and then getting your guy who you know you can trust in the future will be huge. So I got Matt Corral here.
Okay, Johnny.
All right.
It's your turn, Johnny.
Guess what? Well, like my counterpart did earlier with the first Saints pick, I'm going to be taking a quarterback here by the name of Kenny Pickett.
Can
You
he
draft
pick
attack Kenny
You're
Pickett.
such a smart guy.
You take a tackle early on to build up your offensive line. Now you're going to put the quarterback behind that offensive line in Kenny Pickett. And honestly, new head coach, new quarterback. This is a team that is going to try their best to reload and push forward.
it?
Jameis Winston only on a 1-year contract. Kenny Pickett's going to be the future of this team.
Okay.
All right, so good play say number
Yes,
19.
I also have them going a quarterback. And surprisingly, I agree with Hayden. I'm going to go with Matt Corral as well. Oh, I hate agreeing with him.
They don't know what we
But
know, B-Hub.
he
Our
has
sources are 100% correct.
Matt Corral has amazing potential, bro. Like I've seen quarterbacks come and go, and Matt Corral, like he just possesses like amazing potential. Like it's his speed to me off of the line, and then like on the line of scrimmage is just a quarterback. Dude is just a baller. Like he's got the deep ball, he's got the accuracy, he's got the game like play, he's got the IQ. I feel like it's just a quarterback. He's got it. The injury kind of like maybe slipped him a little bit, but I still think he's a good quarterback, and that's why I have the Saints taking him right here.
Okay.
And they
Now,
got a new regime too.
I just would like to say when Hayden had the Saints picking at 16, he said they were going to build around Jameis Winston. I guess now they're building around Matt Corral.
I didn't want
But
to
with
spoil
that
that
being
pick, so
said,
that's why I said it.
Hayden doesn't know what he's doing,
at
sir.
number
I didn't-
19, the Saints are going to select a pass rusher, George Karlaftis, to replace what they lost in Trey Hendrickson. Now, we all know how big of a loss that was, and Cam Jordan's getting old. So why not put a guy on that D line who can help them out? Remember, the Saints over the last few years have had top defenses in the NFL. They want to continue that. And when you look at what they can do, they're going to build around Jameis, drafted Chris Olave at 16, and at 19, they're going to draft a defensive guy to really just tighten up some screws they have on this team. I think the Saints are going to be a pretty competitive team in their NFC South division this year if they do these things. So that's what I have going there. But B-Hub, who you got?
With pick number 16 with the Saints, I took Kenny Pickett. And
Mhm.
I think since this guy's still on my board, I think the Saints should draft this guy. I have them taking Chris Olave, wide receiver, pair him up with Michael Thomas and all
Yep.
those young receivers. He will learn a lot of great things about route running from Michael Thomas, and that duo will be very, very good in the future. And I just think he fell too far, and the Saints will scoop him up.
All right.
Now,
20.
at pick 20 is picks for Steelers, and I got them going Charles Cross. Protect that whole line, get Najee Harris in protection so he can have some good runs, and then of course protect your new QB in Mitchell Trubisky. I think this will be good for them because he still
You
got
think they're
Chase
running with
Claypool.
Trubisky?
I
Yeah.
think they'll run with Trubisky this year. They did
Okay.
not just sign him to a 3-year deal or 2-year deal, whatever it was, for nothing.
Well, I don't think so.
What do you think?
And that is why I have them drafting Matt Corral to put the pressure on Mitchell
Okay.
Trubisky. They want a quarterback. This team needs a quarterback. They signed Trubisky. They are hoping he's the man, but they are going to put the pressure on him. They are going to draft Matt Corral to plug right into this offense. If you're going to build an offense, you might as well get your quarterback now, and that is what the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to do.
Big play Slay.
I have the Steelers taking Kenyon Green.
I
They
like
need
it.
some guards, and for valued positions, I feel like Kenyon Green is the pick right here for them. And you got Mitch Trubisky. You want him as a rental, and I think Kenyon Green's that pick.
At number 20, I agree with Johnny at the position, but I'm going to have to go with Malik Willis here. We know Trubisky's not the future. I think we all have to be a little bit more honest. He's not the future.
Dang, you have
Malik
Malik falling
Willis
kind of
is the
hard.
future.
Okay.
Malik Willis is the guy in this draft. If you want to build around a guy, you want to make a guy become a superstar. Mike Tomlin knows what he's doing. Trubisky is a now signing, but this draft pick is going to be for the future. He's going to sit behind a veteran, or not a veteran. He's going to sit behind a quarterback with playoff experience for a year. And if Trubisky doesn't work out this year, then he'll probably start week 5 or 6. He's going to go to Pittsburgh at 20.
Okay, BM.
At pick 20, before I announce my pick, I wasn't able to be on the podcast last week, and I wasn't able to say this, but RIP Dwayne Haskins. It sucks what happened, and fuck you, Adam Schefter, for the first tweet he put. We don't care about the player in this situation. It's about him and his family. So prayers to his family. And now with the 20th pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers, I have them taking Kenyon Green as well. I just think they need offensive line help really bad. They drafted Najee Harris. He had one of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen in my life. Why not get a for sure guard who you can plug in and play right away?
Okay.
All right, Hayden.
At pick 21, I have the New England Patriots selecting Jamison Williams from Alabama.
Oh,
Pair up Mac Jones with a wideout he knows in Jamison Williams. I think that'll be good for him, and I think Mac Jones will get it. Mac Jones is wideout one.
Johnny.
I will cry. Just want to point that out. I will cry if that happens. I have. Man, fuck New England. That's all I gotta say. I have the New England Patriots selecting Andrew Booth Jr. You know, he was really high up on some people's boards earlier on, but he's kind of fallen off a little bit. But in my opinion, he still can be up there with the top corners in this class, and he just falls to New England, sadly. And that is where he shall go.
Big play Slay.
Johnny, oh my God, we keep agreeing. I also have them taking Andrew Booth Jr. Johnny explained it well. I feel like with Andrew Booth, he just seems like a Patriots player. Like, he has that technical, like, just ability of a corner. He kind of plays like Stephon Gilmore, a little bit with that like technician type skills, and he's fundamentally sound. That's the type of players that the Patriots look for. So I'm thinking that they go with Andrew Booth Jr. And he's from Clemson. He had a good year last year. I thought he did pretty good. And he's a good tackler too, and that's another trait that the Patriots cornerbacks have to have if you're a cornerback with the Patriots. So I'm gonna take Andrew Booth right there.
All right, so at number 21 here, I'm going to go with Chris Olave because you got to build a receiver around Mac Jones. You got to build weapons around Mac Jones. If you think he's your franchise, you got to build around Mac Jones. I think he's a guy, Chris Olave. Not Chris Olave. Jesus. I had him going 60. I'm in Drake London.
Oh,
Ooh.
I already had Chris Olave going, bro. I'm not the biggest fan of Drake London, but like I said, I think you have to build a receiver core around Daniel Jones. Jesus, Mac Jones.
I wish Daniel Jones was their quarterback.
I think with Drake London, he has a big catch radius. He's a big 50-50 type receiver. He could go up and get it. One of the best hands, if not the best in the draft class. And I think he has the potential. If he does, reaches potential and fix some of his route running mechanics and can create separation, he can be a great receiver. But I just think a big target for Mac Jones and Patriots like drafting big receivers because look what they drafted N'Keal Harry. He was like a big ass wide receiver. So they're gonna draft another one here in Drake London. But big B Hub, who you got?
All right. This would be something the Patriots would do. I have them taking an edge rusher. I have them taking George Karlaftis at pick 21. He
Laffy
kind of
Taffy.
fell on my board. He kind of fell on my board, and I think he would fit being a Patriot. And it was either this or take a D2 school guy. So I think they'll take Karlaftis at pick 21.
22, Aiden?
The
now,
cheeseheads.
Now we have the pick for the greatest NFL team in NFL history. The 13-time world champions. The first two winners of the Super Bowl, Green Bay Packers select. And I mean select for my guy,
bust.
Aaron Rodgers. For the first time since 2002, select a wideout named Traven.
You did all that.
All that build up just
Traylon Burks.
Yo, Hayden, I'm
Traylon Burks. Stay with me. Traylon Burks.
Traylon Burks. That's what I meant, but fuck, this starter, fuck. But
He still said his name wrong.
shut the fuck up. I don't care. I'm getting tired. But this will be a huge pick for Aaron Rodgers. Game the wideout you need to pair with Allen Lazard, Sammy Watkins, who's filling in Marquez Valdez, Scantling Road, Allen Lazard, who is the number 2. Get their future wideout for Jordan Love as well, and just have that is huge. So that's why I have Traylon Burks.
Okay.
Ah,
Johnny,
man.
you pick your answer.
Hey,
sir.
Bon.
Right
All
now.
right.
Hurry up.
Sure. The Packers. Oh boy. Hayden,
Yes.
your Packers. I don't know what to say about your Packers, man.
Who are we getting?
Are they going to take a receiver?
Yes.
Are they going to do the right thing for once?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, you're right about that. They're going to take a man by the name of Drake London at 22.
Fuck you. I don't want Drake London.
They need somebody who can go up and get the ball in the end zone.
Wanted him. What are you
Somebody who can be physical on the inside. A similar player to Devontae Adams, per se. Not nowhere close to his route running, per se. But a need that will be filled.
Traylon Burks is more of a Packer running back.
Running back? Anyway, you're ready. Who you got the Packers going?
So I didn't know Traylon Burks was a running back. He changed his role. Like, man. Yo, I don't know what Johnny's doing, bro, but he's reading my mind because I also have them taking Drake London.
Boy, I'll slap you.
I just personally feel like with the size, he's not the greatest like just speed type guy, even on his like just like game film, but he has like that, that Mike Evans type like running speed. He's not like the fastest guy, but it's not the slowest guy. You can see on film it's a lot more different. I think he has to do a little bit better in some route concepts. He gets confused by some corners and what they're trying to do. And then, like, I feel like if you add him in that Packers offense, you got that red zone guy that you could like, just throw up to, and you have Aaron Rodgers. You have probably the best quarterback in the NFL.
The best.
You have number 12 in the center. I think if you add a guy like Drake London, you have the red zone threat, and you probably have one of the best catch radius receivers in the class. So I have them going Drake London here.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the 22nd pick, the Green Bay Packers select quarterback Jack Cohn out of the University of Notre Dame. Listen here, Jack. This is what Jack Cohn brings to the table. He's a 6'3", 185-pound quarterback, a little skinny and lengthy, but it's the Cohn zone here in Green Bay. Rodgers is reportedly wanting to get traded now because he doesn't like the ice cream that the Packers gave out at the facility. But nah, they're gonna go with Traylon Burks here. I just think with the ability he has, with his size, the way he can catch the ball, especially in short intermediate routes, and then I like the what he can do after the catch. That big body running after the catch is very, very beneficial for him. And I seen it on tape, man. I watched a lot of Traylon Burks, and this dude just loves running after the catch. He loves, getting physical with his corners. And you can kind of say he's like a Drake London in a way where they're big bodies and use it to their advantage. But he's look after the catch, I think, is what separates him, and I think that's what the Packers are gonna love here, from him. And I think he's gonna be the guy for Rodgers for the next few years, and maybe Jordan Love for the future. Who knows? So that's who I have going there. B Hub.
Will the Packers actually take a receiver?
Yes.
Well, I'm here to tell you that they aren't with their first bid. They lost a guy by the name of Zadarius Smith.
Dude, we don't need
And
him. We already signed Preston.
It is a Packers thing to do. No, I'm joking. I have them taking Drake London.
Okay. I like it.
So you-
wide receiver, bro.
So you made
All
me
right.
slap my camera for
Got your
nothing.
receiver.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
I need to
suck.
calm down, okay? I was doing
Yeah,
a
what if you
bit.
would have broke another monitor? Because that was your reaction to things last time.
Shut up.
But
But
anyway,
with the 23rd pick, the Arizona Cardinals select Kenyon Green from Texas A&M. I think this is going to be huge for them to protect their quarterback in Kyle Murray. You still got D-Hop. You signed AJ Green, this receiver class. And you got Rondell Moore, still too young a buck to help develop. So I think they won't take a receiver in the first round. I think this will be huge for them to protect Kyler. Johnny, go. If you don't pick in the next 5 seconds, your blowing up.
Ho!
5, 4, 3.
All right, so the Cardinals
1.
are going to take George Karlaftis.
Okay.
cool. And I like that too because J.J. Watt's getting old. Chandler Jones left. That's the perfect pick. I agree, Johnny. Well, I don't agree, but you'll find out in my pick. But I like the pick. Go ahead, Big Wesley.
Yes, the Arizona Cardinals, I have them taking a defensive lineman by the name of Devontae Wyatt. I have them taking Devontae Wyatt from Georgia. They need some interior, and you just lost Chandler Jones. That's your outside linebacker. You lost him. You have an aging J.J. Watt. You add a guy that's very versatile with Devontae Wyatt. Switch rotated in and out with Jordan Davis whenever Jordan Davis was tired at Georgia. And with Devontae Wyatt, he's got the size. He has the speed. And he could play in almost most defenses in the NFL. He has the energy for it too. I like his motor. And he's a big disruptor up the middle. So yeah, I think that would be a perfect fit for the Cardinals.
And number 23, the Cardinals are going to select Andrew Booth Jr. because, listen here, bro, they need corner. I think they really do. They have Buda Baker in the secondary. Byron Murphy's all right, but I think Andrew Booth Jr. has a great, great upside. He is a great corner when it comes to playing the line of scrimmage. Amazing tackler, never misses there. Can be good on press coverage. I do want him to get more mechanical. I want him to build the mechanics and man his own coverage more consistently. I see flashes, but when it comes to a corner playing the line of scrimmage, it doesn't get better than Andrew Booth Jr. When it comes to press coverages, corners, there's only maybe a few cornerbacks who's up there with Andrew Booth Jr. I just think he plays line of scrimmage very well. And the Cardinals going to need some of that toughness he brings to the table out of Clemson.
Go.
Who you got?
You know what, MG? I completely agree. Andrew Booth Jr. is the guy.
The guy. Hayden.
He's the guy.
24. The Cowboys, huh?
24.
What a
That despicable star. Oh my God.
Bia, you're gonna love this. Look at me. The Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Linderbaum.
Damn it!
Whoa! Whoa!
Your mom's up, dude.
Oh, dang. Wow.
Don't be surprised if you see that door open.
We're agreeing to that.
Save your screams for the draft.
B-Hub about to get slapped on camera, bro.
No,
About to
his
get
mom
spanked.
Hey, at least it's on camera.
Hey,
Hey, content.
Hey, that's not wrong. But I got going Linderbaum because that was the biggest
For the
weakness on this whole line. Johnny, you go. You got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
They will take Nakobe Dean, linebacker.
Getting angry with you, sir. I'm getting angry with you, sir.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna
It's a
say that
good
they took
pick.
Nakobe Dean, and that's it.
It's a
I'm
good
just gonna
pick.
leave it at
I
that.
don't like it. I don't like the no Cowboys, okay? Big play Slay. Do us a service as the Eagles fans, bro.
Hate this pick, but I have to agree with Hayden. I'm also giving them Linderbaum. Bro, he's gonna be a perennial Pro Bowler, bro. You guys watch. Tyler Linderbaum is going to be a future consistent Pro Bowler in the NFL. He's going to be one of the best NFL players in the league in, I would say, 2 years. I think this guy is one of the best, scrappiest players in the game in college right now, and he's very physical. I don't care if he's undersized or not. He's not gonna get bullied by defensive tackles. Dude is just fast. He's quick. He's quick-footed for a guy his size. He's 6'3". I forgot his weight, but I want to say he's like 290. I think he's around there. Around Jason Kelsey's weight. And I just personally feel like for the Cowboys, they need a center. You have Biotish, but let's be honest, he's not your guy.
Baez.
Like he's not
Baez.
that guy.
You buy
And you
his
got
name.
that guy with Linderbaum, so trust me, this dude's gonna be a Pro Bowler. As
Big.
much as I hate the Cowboys
Big
That
game
guy.
Slay is Baez.
or Tyler, no,
Whatever,
I'm
it doesn't matter
It
because
is
they're gonna.
Baez, Biotish,
I have the Packers select. Oh, the Packers. Oh Jesus, no. The Packers do own them though. But I have
Not
the
wrong.
Cowboys selecting Jordan Stout, kicker out of Penn State.
he
Dubs.
did just cut a
Dang.
kicker, but not
But
in
now
the
I got
first round.
Daxton Hill, safety out of Michigan. This dude is a big time risk taker, and the Cowboys they love the risk takers. I mean, they have the number one risk taker in the NFL at Trayvon Diggs. Why not add a guy who plays that style of defense? Dan Quinn likes those guys who are going to get turnovers. All I heard from Cowboys fans last year was, turnovers. We're turnovers. We love turnovers. Our defensive coordinators and coaches love turnovers. He's going to take a chance, and he has a lot of potential. Has great mechanics and great measurables. He has solid speed. Can play very great coverage, and if he's developed correctly, if you can tighten some of his mechanics, he can be one of the best ball hawk safeties in the league in the future. Now, B-Hub, who do you got here?
All right, thank you. I really appreciate it. But for me, the pick to make is Tyler Linderbaum. In the playoffs, the thing that lost us the game was our offensive line, and we have two aging superstar offensive linemen. We just got rid of Leo Collins. Connor Williams just went to the Dolphins, and Tyler Biadasz,
Baez.
he hasn't performed in his first 2 years, and Tyler Linderbaum is the pick to make. And I swear, if we draft him, I'm gonna be screaming because we're probably gonna be live for that, or we will.
Oh,
But I'm gonna scream like no one's at home, and I might get killed.
Think about it. You're screaming like that with people at home right now.
Yeah,
All
wait
right,
till
Hayden.
I'm home alone, boy.
25. Who you got?
25. This Buffalo Bills team is one of the best in the NFL, if not the best team in the NFL, and that's why I have them beefing up their secondary. The secondary that stopped them from winning the secondary that did not get stopped. So give me Andrew Booth here for the Bills to beef up into it with Tremaine.
Tremaine Edmonds?
No, I
Levi Wallace and
Now, he
Tre'Davious
is
White.
on the team, but he
Tre'Davious
also
White.
Levi, these are the cornerbacks that they have: Levi Wallace and Tre'Davious White.
I know, but fuck,
All right,
I
it
botched
doesn't really
Tre'Davious
matter.
White.
Damn.
Johnny, you have 2 seconds to go, or you
One.
like
Kyer Elam.
one. But I like your guys' corner picks though because I just think, like Hayden said, the defense what lost in the game. They need better coverage. Big play Slay, who you got?
No.
No.
Okay.
No,
We'll move on. We'll move on. We'll go to MG.
no.
All right, MG, your
I'm
pick.
gonna be going with the first running back off the board. The best running back on this or in this class, Brees Hall from Iowa State. I'm telling you, bro, this dude's gonna be a monster. I really liked Brees Hall from Iowa State. He's 5'11". He's in that 210 range, right? He's got that good speed. He had like 1,500 yards rushing last year, and about 20 plus touchdowns. He has this athleticism. I think he has a good frame for the position. And then he has the long speed distance for all those big runs that he'll have in Buffalo. And they're so close, bro. They almost signed JD McKissick, and he went back to the Commanders. They're just so close from that Super Bowl run. And I think this is the year that they get that Super Bowl, bro. And I have them going Brees Hall, especially with them adding Von Miller, too.
And there
So,
you go.
With the 26th overall pick, I have the Tennessee Titans selecting Devin Lloyd to put
Dude,
a
we're on
guy in that
Buffalo.
defense.
We're on
Oh,
Buffalo.
wait. Well,
Way to spoil the pick.
at least I don't have to go for Tennessee. Devin Lloyd, I think, fits their defense, but that's besides the point. I was looking too far ahead now.
pick,
Hey,
buddy.
if y'all
Thinking
don't have to
ahead.
learn anything from me, learn to never don't look ahead because you'll forget. But I have the Bills selecting David Ajabo. I think they could use running back, but I think if you can get pressure on the quarterback and help out that secondary, I think it'll be great. They have okay defenders. They got Tremaine Edmonds in the front seven. They got Matt Milano who plays linebacker for them. But I don't know, man. I feel like they don't get pressure enough on a consistent basis. And David Ajabo will bring that a lot of intensity. He's a dog on the field. He's gonna complete that front seven they have there.
Who's that defensive end they drafted last year?
Gregory Rousseau.
Oh, Gregory Rousseau. Him.
Go.
Go ahead.
After I have my Dallas Cowboys taking Tyler Linderbaum and me absolutely losing my mind, I'll have the Buffalo Bills taking Kyer Elam. Pair
I
him
like
up
it.
with Tre'Davious White. He's coming off an injury. Why not get a guy who can pair for multiple years? Because these contracts are going up. It's okay to have the same abundance of positions. And I think he's the best player available left on the board at this particular pick, Kyer Elam, at pick 25.
Hey, you got 2 seconds, or you like Johnny? One, two,
Pick
three,
25, my bad.
4, 5. Hurry up!
I can't see the Titans going this guy, but I can smell them going this guy. So I have Nakobe
Texans.
Dean going to the Titans.
Okay, well, I don't know why I didn't get the joke there if you were trying to make one, but Johnny, you got 5 seconds, or you like Hayden?
Well, I
said
have
the
Daxton
Texans are
Hill
losing my
going
mind.
to the Tits.
The tits. Oh Lord. Oh. I like that pick though. I think Kevin Byard and him would be amazing. Oh my God.
Yo, that
But-
would be
Who did he
beautiful,
say?
honestly.
But they play Slay. Who you got at
Who
the
did
Titans?
Johnny say? Who did
He
Johnny
said
say?
Dexter Hill to the Titans.
Jackson
Dexter
Hill?
Hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have the Titans selecting a linebacker, but it's not Devin Lloyd or Nakobe Dean. I have them taking Christian Harris out of Alabama.
Bitch.
I like
Fuck
that.
you bitch.
Well, y'all know I have them getting Devin Lloyd, so I'll just explain for like 5 seconds. I just think he really fits their defense. He plugs in a hole I think they have at linebacker. He's a great speed guy. He can get in the backfield, and I think he's a leader defensively, and he's a captain. And I think that's what this Titans defense needs. They need a captain defensively. But
You have 10 minutes, no pressure.
I agree, Devin Lloyd.
Okay.
Okay, now we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. Daddy.
Hey,
This
yo.
is where I had my running back going, my first running back. Damn.
Who you going? Who you going? Who you going?
We'll be right back.
Who you going, bro? Come on, we
I'm
gotta end
going
it.
not Brees Hall, but I'm going Kenneth Walker III. He was a Heisman candidate for a reason. He'll bring great versatility to this offense with Tom Brady, and so yeah.
Tom
I
Brady.
have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking Perrion Winfrey.
Ooh, I love it. That's Big Play Slay's guy.
Yeah, beef up that D line.
Big Play Slay.
I have the Buccaneers taking Kyer Elam.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. I got the Buccaneers selecting Brees Hall. Leonard Fournette was cool for them last year, but Brees Hall, I think, can be an amazing running back in this system. They have a good wide receiving core, but I think it's time to focus on a running game. Brady, I mean, look, Brady's not getting younger, even though he still continues to win a lot of games. But you
Still
still need
playing.
to, you need to lessen the load on a 44-year-old quarterback, almost 45 in August. So get Brees
They
Hall.
lost. They
Honestly,
lost Ronald Jones.
yeah, they did. But
Yep,
Tom Brady's favorite thing to do is mess with Johnny Tart.
that is true.
That's true.
What's his name? B Hub. Go
I think that's
Hoodie Hub.
Hoodie Hub.
Well, the Buccaneers lost this position in free agency. This guy, or this position they had, signed with the New York Jets because the Jets got Jordan Whitehead, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they'll take safety Daxton Hill
I
at
like
pick
it.
27. A plug in, play guy, and let's be honest, they'd have no one there. So
Him and Winfield are gonna be godly.
yeah, that'll be a great duo. So I think Daxton Hill will be the perfect pick here.
Gaden, go. One,
But I'm
two,
probably
Since
wrong.
three.
I botched the intro last time for the Packers, the Green Bay Packers, the best NFL team in the NFL, the
Boo!
time world champions, Green Bay Packers select. Oh fuck, where is he? Zion Johnson, Boston College. And let me tell you why this is going to be a great pick. Because you have the man who was blocking for A.J. Dillon in college, leading the way for him. So give him someone you trust. Why not improve that O-line for Aaron Rodgers and improve the blocking for the best running back duo in the NFL? I don't care about Chubb Hunt. Fuck him. A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones is the best. So give me Zion Johnson.
Too bad it's gonna be Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell.
Funny joke.
Hey, that guy knows what he's talking about.
VF does know what he's talking about, but let's move on, Johnny.
All right,
You
Johnny.
got 2 seconds. Or do you want to go
Kenyon
17?
Green. That is all.
Wait, what?
Kenyon Green.
I like it. So you agree? Hell, you agree with gay guy?
And sadly, sorry.
I have the Green Bay Packers selecting. As much as I hate this, I am agreeing with the sped. I'm also taking Zion Johnson.
And we
Hayden
don't.
with the 20th pick, the Green Bay Packers select
Jack Hall.
a guy you want, Jahan Dotson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's gonna add a lot of versatility. He is the
Oh.
replacement. And you know what? This might be a hot take. I think you guys load up. I had you guys loading up on receiver in this draft. You guys
I
will
swear
load
to
up
God, if that happens, bro, I'm gonna break 10
because
tables.
when you look at it, Lazard, he can be the number 2 or 3 if you draft the guys ahead you guys getting. Traylon Burks and Jahan. Oh, you know what? I might just be too optimistic on the Packers being smart and getting a loaded receiving core, but that's why I have them. Go ahead, B Hub. Let me not take
You
too
know
much
what?
time.
I'm gonna do something different since I already got the Packers, their wide receiver.
Hmm.
I think they will be the team to wait a year for this guy, David Ajabo. I think he would
I love it.
pick the best player available. The Packers, I think, would be the perfect team to be like, you know what, we can wait a year for you because the Packers don't have a lot of money, and they're gonna lose some key guys in the edge, in the linebacker room. So you can wait a year for David Ajabo, and if he wasn't hurt, he would have been probably gone in this mock draft like 45 minutes ago. So David Ajabo at pick 28.
I want to say this. Sean Gary's on a 5th-year deal, same with Savage, so they'll probably stay Packers for later. Just show you we got to work with this year, and then we'll be fine.
And I think
See
they'll
what
trade
happens.
out too, but best available.
All right, Hayden,
Alright.
29.
29. This is where I got Jahan Dotson going.
Kansas City. Yep,
Add
makes
that
sense.
Legion of Zoom. You just lost Tyreek Hill, so why not add someone else who's a quick, speedy receiver who can bring versatility like Tyreek Hill, who can draw away the safety to get a guy like Travis Kelce more open and one-on-one versus the linebackers, and add that team more diversity. So give me Jahan Dotson. And then just because it's back-to-back, I was thinking let's do our back-to-back picks for Kansas City.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Yep.
And then I got David Ojabu at 30 they did lose Melvin Ingram, but adding that to get pressure on will be huge. So That's 29 and 30 for me.
Jabu.
Johnny, you got 4 seconds for both picks.
They will take
1,
safety
2.
Lewis Singh, I believe is
Fine.
his name. I do not
Mhm.
want to butcher that, like Hayden.
Lewis. Sign.
Mhm.
They need the help in the secondary.
100%
And who's your other
losing
guy?
Matthew. Back to back
They
cheap.
will take Chris Olave.
That's too good for them.
That's
I
too
like
far.
it.
MG?
Big play slay.
Oh shit, my bad.
I have the Chiefs going George Karlaftis and George Pickens from Georgia.
Ooh, that's a sleeper. Now, I think the Chiefs are going to wait to the second round to draft Christian Watson, but since we're not doing a 2 round mock because we'd be here all day, I have
It
them
would be a
getting 2
4-hour
defensive.
mock draft video
Oh, we're
or
good.
podcast.
I will
Oh
have
yeah, I
them.
know.
I'm have them drafting Devontae Wyatt and Kyer Elam because they need that head to that secondary again, and they need to beef up the trenches and the defensive linemen. Devontae Wyatt is just a tank in the middle of the D line, and Kyer Elam is just a great corner. Loved him this year at Florida, man, and I think he's going to be a great addition. But B Hub, who do you have?
At pick 29, I have them taking Traylon Burks. They lost Tyreek Hill. Plug in another receiver. And at pick 30, I have them taking a corner because they lost Charvarius Ward to the 49ers, I believe.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I have them taking Trent McDuffie, cornerback, plug and play. I think that'll be a great back-to-back picks
Now,
for the Kansas City Chiefs who are reloading.
okay. I like it. I like it.
Oh,
Now at 31, I have the Cincinnati Bengals going Tyler Smith.
Oh yeah,
Now, he is the
Mhm.
best tackle right here, and that's what they need. They got Lael
Right.
Collins on one side, so get another tackle on the other to protect Joe Burrow. That's what they've been doing this whole offseason.
Brrr.
If you add Tyler Smith, I think this O line will be good because they got Collins and then the guy from Tampa Bay.
From
All right,
Shiesty.
Kappa,
Great. All right, Johnny,
Johnny.
go.
ladies and gentlemen,
We
the
got
Cincinnati Bengals will select Tyler Linderbaum.
Love it. Love it. If he's here, the Bengals are going to pick him and get to steal the draft because he can be a great, complete NFL player. Big play slay.
Oh
No,
yeah,
please,
ah,
please
three
be at number
Tylers,
24.
three Tylers in a row. Fuck you, Hayden. You copy my pick. I also have them taking not Tyler Lindbaum,
Tyler
Tyler
Smith.
Smith, from Tulsa. I really like Tyler Smith. I think he might be one of the most underrated linemen in the draft. He's from Tulsa, 6'4", 320. Dude's got good size. You know, he's one of those guys that doesn't let those fast edge rushers get off the line on him. He's scrappy. You know, a lot of these linemen are scrappy, but that physicality and that grip strength for him and just that closer's mentality, that Mamba mentality and that finisher closer mentality he has. And I feel like that's something that the Bengals are missing. They're missing that just raw offensive lineman that can come in with some aggressiveness and just like maximize that potential. And I feel like Smith might be the guy.
Yep. At number 31, I got Zion Johnson here. If they get that, that completes their offensive lineman, and they will
Oh
have a
my
top 10 offensive
gosh.
lineman in the NFL. I know I had him dropping a little bit, but I don't know, man. I just feel like the need for offensive linemen is gonna be like a wave of offensive linemen in the top 20, and then it's gonna stop throughout the 20s, and then they'll get Zion Johnson here to drop in their laps and complete this O line.
Yep.
All
Behold,
right. At pick 31 for the Cincinnati Bengals. In the offseason, I know he didn't sign with the Bears, but I think he'll be gone. They lost Larry O, and I think they'll take Perry and Winfrey at number 31. This would just be a great pick.
mhm.
He's just on the board. Take him, get more pressure, and I think they were fine with the offensive line right now not to take one in the first round. They spent
Okay.
some money. The Bengals spent money in the offseason for their offensive line. That's crazy to say in its own right. So I think they'll just get a guy that they lost, Perry and Winfrey.
All right.
All
Now
right.
to finish off my mock draft, the Detroit Lions. Go to Detroit. Now I had them taking Kayvon Thibodeau at 2. They got Amron St. Brown, Marvin Jones Jr., TJ Hawkinson, but
Marvin Jones is on the Jags.
Dude,
They have Quintus Cephas.
hate him.
Ah,
Hate
Can
him.
you just say your pick, bro? Please.
Come
No,
on.
no more lead ups for you tonight.
I have him
Done.
DJ Chark, my bad.
Oh,
But I
can you
have
just
him
please
taking
just say it?
at 32 a good friends of ours. A guy who went to the same college as this man, this bitch crying right here. I have him taking Sam Howell, quarterback. Get their franchise guy.
Ooh. Hayden, we might be friends in a little bit.
Really?
Johnny?
well, I have the Detroit Lions taking a wide receiver who is very underrated and honestly shouldn't be taken at 32. He should be taken a lot higher than this.
Oh, yeah, I know who this is. Mm-hmm.
MG knows exactly who this is. The Detroit Lions will select Jahan Dotson,
Tyler
wide
Lockett
receiver,
2.0.
Penn State.
Love it.
Tyler
I love
Lockett
it.
2.0.
Him and
Yeah.
Amon are going to run the league if that happens. Big play slay.
Yes, the last and final pick, the Detroit
Your
Lions.
Detroit Lions.
No,
You're
but
wearing the
actual
shirt,
Detroit,
dude.
Yeah, you are wearing the
actual
shirt.
Detroit
You
Lions
are.
fans. Y'all will be getting
You will be getting.
the best linebacker in this class, best outside linebacker in this class, Devin Lloyd. I have him slipping to 32, and the Lions snag him. And right now, I really don't know who their outside linebackers are and their middle linebackers. And if you add a guy like Devin Lloyd to that defense, then you got some there. He might just be the best linebacker all around in this class. So
Alright,
I
MG,
got him slipping here.
we gonna be
And
best friends?
Well, at the same position, but
Okay.
at 32, the Detroit Lions will select Kenny Pickett to develop him, and they will go him. They know Jared Goff ain't the future. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah.
Is Jared Goff the future? No.
No.
They drafted who they drafted at number 2, but that's why they got 2 first-round picks. That's why they have 2 of them. And it's kind of sucks because the Rams won Super Bowl and that this is the Rams pick. But they're gonna get a guy like Kenny Pickett who they can develop, and if they can develop his deep ball, he can be a beast in this league. He has the mechanics for the short game. He has sneaky mobility. He has some tools, but if he can develop a consistent deep ball in the NFL, that's gonna be huge, and that's a game changer. 32 him.
Ooh, this is kind of crazy. I'm taking a quarterback as well, but I have him falling on my board. I have the Detroit Lions at number 32 taking Matt Corral. I think because because the Saints take Kenny Pickett, I think Matt Corral will fall. But I'm not I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans take Matt Corral because Ryan Tannehill iffy. But I think if he's there at 32, the Lions will scoop him up, and they have their new future.
Okay.
I like that pick.
So that is all of our mock drafts. B-Hub, you want to do the honors of finishing off as a host?
Well, first of all, I gotta say thank you all for watching. We all really appreciate it.
Yeah,
And
if
I
you
gotta
watch
say,
Yeah.
subscribe to Big Play Slate's channel.
Oh.
don't mind my Instagram video.
That was not me. That was not me. I deny that. It was his phone.
Controversial ending.
That video.
We might cut this out, but
I
I
can't.
gotta say,
It's over 2 hours. I can't cut it.
I gotta say thank you, Johnny, for joining. We appreciate it. You
Yeah.
both were always welcome. And I gotta say, this was a very fun 2 hours plus of mock drafting. And what always comes around and always goes, I gotta say, piss off, cunts!